Well, hello there. Welcome back once again to the Hotel Orloff here in scenic Rural Retreat, Virginia. Here high on the top of Orloff Mountain is the Hotel Orloff. We're in the middle of a massive undertaking here, and that is to move the entire comic book and magazine collection up to the furnished attic. And I've been working for a while. This will all be accomplished and look quite magnificent by this weekend. So, how are you guys doing on this ridiculous rainy day? Just wonderfully, that's just great. We got a card today. Look at that. Robert E. Howard posing with a small for Texas glass of beer. So anyway, this is a postcard that says congrats from F. It says yours, FJ. So that must be my friend Forrest from Dallas. I assume he's congratulating us for Trump winning. Oh, my wife told me never had my glasses on the tip of my nose, that it looks really stupid. So I'll take her advice. Yes, so I was just thinking about Robert E. Howard and his magnificent work. But anyway, that's nice. We got a postcard from the old country, from Texas, where we used to live. And my wife says, I'm surprised, but it's a very cool card. Oh, my back's hurting me, man. It's all right. It's all right. So, let's free speech coming up, LOL. And a flag, yes. Well, the this is either the last day or the second to last day for Alex Jones' InfoWars channel. Today, all of his stuff was auctioned off. People were supposed to put up proof of funds on Friday, and then they were supposed to open up all the bids today. Although Alex Jones had a group of people he's working with that were going to put in a bid to buy it and then allow Alex Jones to keep functioning. But that was leaked to CNN, how much it was, even though it's supposed to be blind, it was leaked how much they bid. And then 2 days ago, they said, well, we're not necessarily going to give, it's the winner of this auction will not necessarily be the highest bid. Since when do auctions not go to the highest bidder? So that means we're only going to give it to someone that's going to dismantle the network. So Alex Jones, everything will probably be auctioned off, and then he'll move, he said, down the street to another studio that he's got. So anyway, it's like like they said to American Graffiti, they'll never stop the Wolf Man. They'll never stop Alex Jones either. I don't think so. Well, enough politics. You aren't here to hear about politics and about the crushing of freedom of speech There's some company that where you bet on the election, and the FBI raided them today because they predicted a landslide uh, results for Trump, and they thought it was a little too close to what the actual results turned out to be, so they thought maybe they were in on a fix, so they raided that guy that ran that website. I forget what it's called. Anyway, okay, I got to get to this, man. I don't have time for your nonsense. Um, so we got 8 people watching. One of them is apparently my wife. Okay, so let's see. I've got to get up in the elevator. I got to just start moving boxes. I mean, it's just the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, right? Okay. All right. What is it called? Kalshi? No, it was some other. It wasn't Kalshi. It was another one. He had it predicted almost exactly, apparently, the way it came out. I am, as always, your loyal dragonfly, Dr. Orloff. He says, "Hi, Zork. You really should just focus on clearing the floor in the room we're moving into." Yeah, I am. This stuff here is the stuff that was on the floor. So yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, because we're moving beds into the old comic room. So yeah, it's being done, man. Alright. Okay. Where should I put you guys? So anyway, the link is in the chat if you'd like to come on. It'd be great if someone was talking to me while I was doing this stuff. That's not what this is. Where is it? Savage Sword of Conan. Almost all Savage Sword of Conan and Call of the Barbarians. Okay. Okay, what is this box? Oh, these are Harvey comics. Damn. What are people saying here? Zorktacular. And Zork says LOL. Boob lights. What are you talking about, boob lights? What is he talking about? Okay, so over here is where all the comics are going to go. Let's see, Drew has some of her toys up here. Okay. Someone go on and talk to me, man. We only got 6 people watching. Somebody needs to entertain these folks. Okay. Oh, shit. I missed my floor. Did you? It's pretty surreal seeing myself on the TV. Wow, that's weird. Modern technology. Oh, my file looks like it's breaking up. I'm probably on the downstairs Wi-Fi is the problem. Can you switch? Yeah, I need to do that. I'm almost a little tempted to hop on the stream and talk to you on there. You could. You don't have to show your face. Well, I'm afraid that I could accidentally pop on while I'm in the shower. And that would be insane. Don't aim the camera at you. No, I'm afraid I'll find it. Well, you can do it now, but I can't do the major moving until you get in the shower as far as the bed and things. You're not ready for that. You have I actually am almost ready. You have to clear the floor. You got to vacuum. Yeah, I got the vacuum cleaner and everything. I'm trying to charge my phone. You don't have to be in the shower. I think you do. I can move the bed without, I could get the camera in here. It just. It's just you're gonna have to move from one bed to another, and then maybe one of those chairs, so I get the bed set up from there. Yeah, I can just listen. I can just get up and start doing other stuff. I can go hang out on my laptop in the other room. Yeah. Or you can go downstairs. Let me tell you something. What? Just let me know when you're ready for me to move, and I will. Okay, in a little bit. Not yet. Okay. I guess this would be more interesting if you had a GoPro. A what? Yeah. Yeah, really. I'm not feeling so good because I haven't eaten or anything, so I better start doing something about that. What did you eat? Wait. Oh, someone's trying to come on. Oh, it's Zork. At the stage.
Greetings, Dr. Orloff.
Hello there. Hold on.
So we're moving, eh?
Just moving some stuff upstairs. Let me figure this out here. Yeah, kind of moving. Just moving from sleeping in a living room into a bedroom. It's like this normalcy.
Normalcy in the Hotel Orloff. Frightening. There has to be a movie made about Dr. Gratu Orloff and the Hotel Orloff. How can there not be a movie made? How, I tell you.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I was just wondering out loud how it's possible that a movie or a comic book cannot be made about Dr. Gratu Orloff and the Hotel Orloff. I think it's impossible that that should never occur.
Yeah. Oh shit. Trying to change to. Oh, there we go. Do things look better now? Because I switched to the Wi-Fi for the upstairs. I was on the downstairs.
I'm just seeing a
Good
black
evening, says
screen.
my. Oh shit! Hold on a second.
Third floor.
All right, I was on the wrong. Whoop, shit! I was on the wrong Wi-Fi. Um, that's the problem. Yeah. All right. Well, um, yeah. There's a Wi-Fi for the first floor, and I was. That's why things were breaking up. It should look better now.
It does. Looks good.
Okay.
Third floor of the Hotel Orloff.
This is technically the fourth floor. This is the attic.
Uh, didn't you say yesterday you thought this is where the stiffs were, you know, worked on back in the day?
That's what I. Well, no. This is where I believe. Just so people understand, they're watching this. This was a funeral home, not originally, but from 1950 to 72. I think the bodies were kept up here in preparation for funerals. They were probably worked on in the basement.
Mm,
That is my. Someone said that, but someone said that was born, you know, later. Didn't really know necessarily, but no, they know more than me probably. This is all decked out to be an apartment up here, but
right.
we were sleeping up here, and this was our master bedroom, and then you get hot, and it's air conditioning.
Summer happened. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's not like Texas summer, but we we moved downstairs, and then we were in one room, and then we decided to move closer to the big air conditioning stem, and we just moved right into the living room because it's not like you know it's
I
not
have
like
to say,
you're going
Dr. Gratu, you're looking slimmer.
really
Yeah.
from when.
From
Uh,
maybe a month or two ago.
well, I well, my wife gets these factor meals that are supposed to be healthy meals that you put in for 10 minutes and cook them. They're not like TV dinners. They're supposed to be healthy things. And then she, I've stopped drinking soft drinks and have been,
That alone will help you out a great deal.
yeah. So I just
It's
cut
not
back.
complicated. It's just you have to expend more calories than you take in. It's just as simple as that.
Well, I move a lot and pretty much work, and this time last year I was in a lot of pain. I could barely get around and stuff. Of
Yeah.
course, tomorrow I'm gonna probably be back in that condition, moving all this stuff. But
Well, it
I'm a
if you want to drop, say, like 20 or 30 pounds, it's probably going to take a year. You know.
yeah. Well, I dropped 15, I think, in the last
Yeah. The
year.
first 15 or 20 are the easy ones because those are the water weight stuff.
Yeah,
It's the stubborn ones on the back end that take the most amount of time.
yeah.
But
Well,
like I say, you're looking slimmer. You're looking more fit. You're making
um,
progress.
yeah. I know my head is not as round. I've noticed that. Still have a gut.
The gut will be the last thing to go. The gut will take like a year to 18 months.
Yeah.
And
Um.
you'll have to exercise because once you can lose so much with just diet and being mobile, but you've got a bunch of stored fat that has to be burned through, and really the only way to do it is to work out.
Yeah.
Lots of sit-ups and that kind of stuff. Actually, a recumbent bike is really the best thing because it's so easy on your knees.
Yeah. Well, you were real down on a few of Trump's appointments. He made a whole bunch today. How are you feeling about the
Oh
ones
man,
today?
do you really want to hear it?
No, I guess not. Uh,
Because it got
I
worse.
I like Tulsi Gabbard, don't you? Or you don't trust her because
No,
she's a Democrat?
no.
Oh
And I
well.
don't like Matt Getz. I really don't like Matt Getz.
The guy he put in charge of cleaning up the army, the book I heard some excerpts from his book. It sounds magnificent.
He sounds good, but I can't understand why he didn't put Douglas McGregor in that position.
I don't even know who that is. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie.
man, Douglas McGregor is a retired colonel from first Gulf War, and he was instrumental in doing stuff behind the scenes to get Trump elected.
Okay, my hello, Kevin and Meyer. Okay, my wife says I want to hear it. LOL. She wants to hear your opinions on the appointees.
Well, I mean, Matt Getz, as far as I am concerned, is a pedophile and a homosexual, and I think that he's a deep state cutout. He says a lot of stuff, but it doesn't translate into any actual action. So he's just kind of telling you what you want to hear. And when the dude was 33 years old and single, I might add, he adopted a 14-year-old Latino boy.
Okay, well, Batman
What
did that.
33-year-old adopts a 14-year-old? That's come on.
Batman did that. Well, he was younger actually than 14. So, but yes, Batman did that.
33-year-old
So
single men do not adopt children, period. And the fact that it even got
I beg to
approved,
differ. Batman did it. I read it. I've been reading that all my life, man.
Dr. Orloff, Batman is not real.
Batman's not real. No, I've
Not
seen him in
real.
movies. Come on,
Matt
pull the other
Getz,
one.
he talks a big game, but he never delivers. And the fact that he adopted I mean, come on, when you were 33 years old, if you were single, was adopting a teenager on your list of things to
Well,
do?
it might
And
have been that
also,
he.
how did that get approved?
Well, he might have needed a crime fighting partner, man.
Yeah, the ambiguously gay duo.
Oh man. Oh well. My goodness.
I'm sorry. 33-year-old single men do not adopt teenage boys. It just and
Well, he did.
CPS would never allow it to happen unless it was a special case. That was some kind of reward or honeypot or payoff. And I'm sorry. And I know that he supposedly got a girlfriend and married her. Hey, beards have been a thing since time immemorial. I don't believe it. I think Matt Getz is a gay man, and I think he's a pedophile, and I think that he talks a big game, but I don't think he's ever delivered on one single thing.
Oh well. Ugh.
So yeah, I'm just at this point, I'm just like starting to talk with some of the people that I know about. Let's get someone to challenge Vance, someone better, because clearly he's doing the same thing he did the first time. He's putting all these deep state weirdos in places, and he's going to be compromised. So he's going to have 2 years to run the tables. Then he has to go into campaign mode for Vance. And I say we've got 2 years to come up with somebody better than Vance. I don't trust Vance. He wears eyeliner. He went from, working class to a multimillionaire because Peter Thiel somehow bumped into him in the hallways of Ohio State, because multi-billionaires are known to walk the halls of lowly state schools and just bump into dudes and go, you know what? I think I should back you with millions of dollars in funding and hook you into all my contacts because you're just a heck of a good guy.
Well, Batman would do that.
Right, but Batman is a fictional character, this thing.
Oh,
This is
come on.
real.
You see, that's where you're wrong. Everyone knows that Batman's for real. What have you collected that's embarrassing? And you ever collect anything?
Trying to think. I
'Cause,
collect. Oh wait, I do. I do have something. I collect those little tin knights that you buy in Mexico when you go on vacation. You know what I'm talking about? They're little knights in shining armor, and they're made out of tin.
not 100% sure.
I've got like a 6 foot or a 5 foot tall one, and two like 2.5 feet tall ones, and one like 1 foot tall one.
Hmm.
We got like
Oh
4 of
yes,
them.
I do know what I. Okay, I thought you meant like little tiny figures, like
No,
He-Man. No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
like you
those.
go into Matamoros, and like
I
you
know
go to the
exactly what you
bazaar, and they're
mean.
all
Yeah,
in there.
it's supposed to make you look like you're a rich person, like the Adams family. You got,
Yeah, yeah. And
but it's
when I was growing up, we would, you'd go into Matamoros to shop when you were on vacation down in South Padre, and you would always get a souvenir. And I would either get those little knights or bull whips. I liked buying the bull whips. Indiana
yeah,
Jones, I guess.
huh? Yeah,
So
but
yeah, I guess that's my embarrassing thing I collect. Those little
but
tin knights.
but that doesn't take up a lot of room. How many do you have?
4.
Four. Okay. Yeah.
I wish I had all the bull whips I bought, but I played with them when I was a kid and tore them up. There was nothing like riding your BMX bike down the street while whipping your friends.
Yeah. It was because of Indiana Jones, you say?
No, I got my first one before the movie even came out, but
That movie didn't come out to what, 81?
81, yeah. I probably got my first one in 79. But when we would always do that, we would go down to South Padre for vacation, and one of those days we would go across the border to Matamoros to have lunch and go to the big bazaar that was in Matamoros. Uh-oh.
Sorry. It's all right.
Dr. Orloff is losing steam.
I just got stuff piled on top of things.
You scared me.
It's all right.
Madam Orloff, good evening. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like at this point, I'm just like the honeymoon's over. We pulled off a miracle. We had a night of celebration afterwards. Then we had a week to see what was going to go on, and now it begins, and we're 2 days into it. And I'm going to work against JD Vance or whatever he decides to call himself this month, because I'm convinced he's deep state because his story doesn't add up.
Yeah. Well, I'm still holding out hope, and I'm not.
The last couple of days, there's been some real questionable. I mean, I don't know. I just see Trump doing the same damn thing he did the first time. I'm just smacking my forehead like, my God, here
Well,
we go again.
but the first time we did have a lot of great results. It was just it wasn't. It was mainly the people fighting against him.
Right.
He
And
did have
he's
trouble
putting people in
internally. That's true.
positions that are going to sabotage him again. And I mean, that we're not getting another chance at this. What we pulled off was a miracle. Like, this is not something that can be squandered. This is never going to happen again. It barely happened the first time. The fact that we pulled it off a second time is an absolute miracle. And he's acting like, oh, well, I guess if this doesn't work, we'll just get him another time. There's not going to be another time. This is it. These next 2 years are pivotal, absolutely pivotal.
Yeah.
Because after these first 2 years, historically, in the midterms, they're going to lose the House or lose the Senate or something, or there's going to be a big scandal, or maybe they'll actually zap Trump. I don't know. But after the first 2 years, the best we can hope for is him to just be in campaign mode for Vance, because they want to give Vance another 8 years after. So they run the tables for 8 years. But Vance he's there to sabotage Trump or to take over, to co-opt the movement, co-opt MAGA. It's classic COINTELPRO behavior.
Yeah. Well, but if everybody knows that they're watching every minute like a hawk, these people. So
That's why I'm railing against it. I'm trying to hey, everybody snap out of it. They've got you
well,
on
apparently when
Soma.
people post on Truth Social, Trump sees this stuff. and he reacts to it.
Right.
So,
Well, I subscribe to the butterfly effect. I drop a pebble, and hopefully a tsunami or not a tsunami, a typhoon hits the coast of Japan. You know, you wake people up, you get the ideas started, and mostly I want somebody else with more clout than I do to take these ideas on as their own because it'll be more effectively conveyed that way. I want to give people good ideas and forethought, and then have them. Hopefully, people with a big ego and a lot of position will then co-opt that and tell everybody they're the first one that thought of it. And I don't care. I just want results.
yeah.
But I'm mostly saying that in other circles that I operate in. But yeah, when I come to visit the Hotel Orloff, I know it's not good news. I know it's not what people want to hear, but our enemy has been doing this stuff for thousands of years. I mean, this is a big deal. It's not just one and done. We're talking about overthrowing a system of leadership uh, and a way of doing business in the human sphere of things that has been going on, basically since Christ was a boy, maybe before.
Well, I'm gonna just keep being excited and hope that it turns out all right. There's nothing I can do. I mean, I voted. I mean,
Yeah.
what can you do at this point? Put up memes on Truth Social, hoping he'll see it.
Yeah,
What
you just talk about it and it spreads,
yeah.
That's what you do. You talk about the way you see things and provide any evidence that you come across, and then hope that it spreads like wildfire, and that finally somebody in a place of position takes it on as their own, and that's just how it works.
Yeah.
We're always like little tiny people, like chopping away at a redwood tree with little tiny axes. Like it seems like it's pointless, but over time you can't actually chop down the tree.
Right. Yeah.
Or what is that? I think they used to put it. What's more powerful than stone? And it's water, because over 1,000 years, water can drill a hole through the biggest stone slowly.
Yeah.
So that's. I don't think you should stress. I mean, this war we're involved in has been going on long before anyone we ever knew was alive, and still be going on long after we're gone.
Yeah, there's no trust me. I It's not that I've got other things to stress about. I figure things will get better. Um, I know there'll be problems, probably with some of these people, but I just imagine that they'll be dealt with spectacularly this time. Because
Well, I was watching Doug Casey earlier today, and I don't really particularly care for Doug Casey. I don't dislike him, but he's a Rockefeller, and he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth, and he has some decent ideas, and he's certainly a conservative, but like he has no idea, like he's never lived a normal person's life. Like I doubt this guy has been to the grocery store more than a couple of times in his entire existence, and even then it was for a lark, And he brought up a good point. He was like, "We're just going to have to default on the debt," and he's absolutely right about it. There's no way to pay it off. When you calculate what the real debt of the United States is, it's like more money than exists on planet Earth. So default is a foregone conclusion. And when we do, we're going to lose the world reserve currency status.
people are talking here. Let's see. No, maybe they're not. Uh-oh. What happened?
Missing Mars, welcome.
Okay, yeah,
Kevin?
This is just not a good spot for this right now. I'm gonna move it.
you're right. Yeah, Missing Mars is here. Hey, thank you, Missing Mars. That was great. That Bob Hope comic, man. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. I made my whole month. He sent me a Bob Hope comic. Oh my gosh, so nice. God
Did
damn.
you see that an aircraft carrier of ours and a couple of escort ships got hit with cruise missiles the other day? I mean, they really tore it up.
No, I didn't know about it.
If this was
Where
20
was
years
this
ago,
at?
it'd be dominating the news. We basically lost the USS Abraham Lincoln in the Red Sea 2 days ago. That thing is so screwed up by the missile attack. I don't think it'll ever go to sea again. It'll limp home and it'll scrap it.
And so that hasn't been covered by the media at all, has it?
Nope. But there's video of it being attacked, and they tore it a new beehole, if you know what I mean.
Uh, wow.
I'm sure we lost sailors. I'm sure there's casualties. That thing was
Wow.
on fire. There was
Where did you
smoke
get
all
the
over it.
information?
Different various guys, mostly on Telegram.
Okay.
But there's one good one here. World War III info on Telegram. That's a good one. They've got the videos of the attack up.
There because it's in the way one way or another.
Yeah, so that's wild, man.
Yeah, can you imagine losing an entire super carrier plus 2 escort ships and the media just doesn't say a word about it?
Yeah.
I mean, our mainstream media really is Pravda. Actually, I think Pravda wasn't even this bad. Oh, and I got a strike on one of my YouTube channels for posting that story about
Well, maybe you shouldn't talk about it. What? Maybe you should. You have several YouTube channels
oh, I've got hundreds.
that you run.
Yeah, so that way I can never be banned. I just when they strike me, I just go to the next one and the next one and the next
Yeah.
one.
Well, maybe you should talk to us like through email or a phone, then talk about what caused you to get
Okay,
the
Roger.
strike. Yeah, because then I get the strike. I figure. Yeah, I don't trust there's no freedom of speech right now. So,
Well,
my
I just
God.
posted a news story about a insane lesbian woman that was married to a trans man. So how does that work? It's a woman who claims to be a lesbian, but she's married to a man that dresses up like a woman. That's a heterosexual relationship. It's just that the husband dresses up as a woman
Yeah,
and she calls herself a lesbian.
maybe we shouldn't talk about that if it's got a strike.
Well, I don't think you get struck for that.
Oh, I wouldn't. Man, are you kidding? They'll do it. They're desperate right now. Okay, now so I'm going to move some big things here. Um. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna be hearing you, but I'm gonna be moving some stuff.
Sure. Those blacklight posters are great. I especially like that Silver Surfer. Man, that's cool. Although nowadays when I think of Silver Surfer, I just think of Joe Satriani. I'm not sure if anyone else shares that opinion. And if you're over a certain age, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. It's a good album though. Especially if you're a guitar player. All guitar players loved Surfing with an Alien. Chip Creek Napalm. That's right. Surfing with an alien. I'm on a delay on this side, so you may have said that several seconds before. Anyway, but I just thought that today was kind of the same as yesterday, which was, to me, it was a disappointment. Justin, I have literally hundreds of channels, I did that on purpose through burner phones over the years, so that I cannot be shut down. It's impossible. As soon as they shut me down one place, I just pop right. It's like whack-a-mole.
Well,
Hey, Vincent said he met Joe Satriani. Yeah, I hear he's a real down-to-earth, good guy.
I've heard of the guy, but I don't know anything about his music. I know that somebody used the Silver Surfer on a record cover, but what is it,
That's
like
him.
progressive rock or something?
Yeah, and it's just like all guitar players love him because he's really quick, has really quick fingers, he has almost perfect technique, and if anybody who plays rock guitar, they're probably gonna like him.
Yeah, I guess I like. Yeah.
And he's a nice fella.
Okay. Well, I don't know anything. I can't say anything negative or positive about him.
It had such an influence on me that when I see the Silver Surfer, I no longer think of the comic book character. I think of Joe Satriani.
Okay. Is it like a whole? Is it a whole album about him, or just one song, or?
No, he
Oh,
just used him on the
instrumental,
cover.
right? Okay. Yeah, he was big with hippies, but Silver
Well,
Surfer, not Joe
David
Satriani.
Lee
I don't know.
Roth used him as his lead guitar player for at least a while.
Oh, I thought you meant the Silver Surfer.
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about Joe Satriani.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, probably.
I mean, come on. David Lee Roth, Yankee Rose. I don't care who you are. That song rules. I like all kinds of music, but when I was a young man, David Lee Roth was very, very popular. And that album was a big album. Although my favorite David Lee Roth song is Hina off of Skyscraper. That song, I can't even believe David Lee Roth had a hand in that song. Like it seems like pure Joe Satriani to me. And it's really cool subject matter. Yeah, Chip Creep is he's absolutely right. Many of Joe Satriani's students went on to become very, very adept and famous guitar players professionally. People gave Chip Creep. Everybody gave David Lee Roth a hard time over "Eat 'Em and Smile." I liked it. I thought it was fun, and I liked both. Like I was a fan of the original Van Halen. I was a fan of Van Hagar. I was a fan of David Lee Roth. I liked all of it. Hey, Friar Tuck. Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I like all kinds of music and all kinds of genres. Like, I mean, I like the alternative stuff. I like heavy metal. I like rock. I like all of it. I'm actually not a huge fan of like rap or hip hop. Like maybe like some early De La Souls, about it. But as far as I want people who sing and play like traditionally. Like I can't stand singers that flutter their voice. The effect. Like to me, that's a crutch. Like a good singer has to absolutely hold a note and draw it out. And I know that's Rich talking about holding notes, and then right after talking about David Lee Roth. But I mean, come on, we all know David Lee Roth could never sing. He was just a showman. He was like, he was just like a tap dance. It was like a Cab Calloway kind of dude. And if you ever saw both sides of Van Halen live, it was true. Sammy Hagar was by far a better singer, by far, but nobody was a better showman than Roth. And I got to be honest. I think I prefer Roth a little bit over Hagar, which I hate to say that because Hagar's much more talented musically. But it just David Lee Roth was fun live. He could work a crowd, man. And of course, we're talking about hard rock here, so it's not like it's high art. You know, it's not the symphony, which I also like. Justin, you need an underground newsletter. Oh God, I don't think anybody would care. I mean, all the stuff that I like is just old man stuff now. But I do like talking about it. I liked it when I was a kid, and I still like it now. But anyway, that's all I got. Brum-pum-pum. Like we need somebody to play the drums up here. I wonder what this room was used for. I mean, outside of a bedroom, like when it was a business. Was this like one of the offices? Was this the accountant's room? Is there a ghost of some accountant from the 50s or 70s or even 80s at this point? I don't know. The 80s, which is, I would say that, especially the early to mid 80s, is kind of my defining time period. That's when I came of age. And that's getting so far in the past now that sometimes I kind of have to sit and go, wow, that was a really long time ago now. Like, you know, me thinking back to like 1983 is like me in 1983 thinking back to like World War II. Like, it's just the march of time is absolutely relentless, of course, and it's been a really long time. I talk to some younger people sometimes, and I'll talk about things that I would think anybody would know of, and like they just don't. They absolutely don't. Somebody come up here. I'm drowning here. We've got nobody to bounce off of.
Yeah.
Do you have a chance to check the studio and see if somebody else is trying to come on?
Let's see.
I've spent all my material, Dr.
Okay.
Grotke.
Well, hold on. Encountered some difficulties. Hold on.
Sounds like it's iced tea time. Anytime you move stuff, you've got to have iced tea. It's mandatory.
Have any?
Okay, I'm going to go for broke here. I'm a fan of Louisiana iced tea myself. It's got the spices. It's very good. I prefer it over Lipton. That's it. There's my commercial break. Might try it with some fresh lemon and fresh mint. Boy, that makes it really good. Very large wedge of lemon that you squeeze into the Louisiana iced tea over ice cubes, and then a little thing of mint. You stir it up with a chopstick in the glass. It's delicious. Suppose you could use a spoon if you wanted. I just use a chopstick. Anytime I order Chinese food, they always give me chopsticks, and there's Half the time, I just throw them in a junk drawer. So I have lots of them.
Shit.
It is rather nice to be able to move your primary sleeping quarters anytime you want, anywhere you want.
Well, not anywhere.
It's Madame Orlov. It's nobody you would have heard of. We never went anywhere. We never did anything except local shows.
What are you talking about?
She was asking about bands that I'd been in when I was young.
Oh,
They were all nothing anyone would ever heard of.
well, I might have heard of them.
Well, how about Local 63? That's probably the biggest.
No. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. I might have a flyer for the band somewhere. I always pick up flyers at record stores.
We all we did was play a few gigs here and there. We never got to the level of releasing an album.
Yeah.
I guess if I'd stayed in one band, we might have. But you always get in fights with people in bands and just quit.
Right.
Being in a band is like a marriage. You start off and everybody's excited and you really like one another and you're having fun. And before you know it, you're, yelling at each other over who left the toilet seat up,
Right. Did you just play in the Dallas Fort Worth area?
Yeah, mostly Denton.
Oh, okay, then. Yeah. Where were some of the other bands that were popular when you were doing that band?
Oh, Love Swing, um, Dope House, um, Dusu, Slow Roosevelt, most of the One Ton, Aiden, Fixture. Let's see, Vibrolux.
I've heard of that.
Then there was like Three on a Hill, and they were a little older than I was, but I liked them. Slavens with 10 hands. Um,
Yeah. I remember hearing about Three on a Hill. I never saw them.
Loco Gringos, which I
Yeah.
mentioned them. They had a hearse, and they built a stage on top of this old 50s hearse, and they couldn't get gigs, so they would just drive around with them standing on top of the hearse, playing for whoever they would pass by and listen.
My friend Tom uh, at UTA met this guy, and he said he found out he lived in a hearse, and he was telling everybody at this party, "This guy's cool. He lives in a hearse," and and uh, and then he was talking to the guy after he told, I don't know how many people this guy lived in Hearst. He says, "No, Tom, I live in Hearst, which is,
And not the hearse.
Hearst, Euless, Bedford. It's a little town near Fort Worth."
Yeah.
But he had heard it wrong, and he was very impressed that he lived.
Probably the biggest band from like the days I was in the scene was Lift to Experience. They got a record deal in England, and they were pretty big in Europe. I know that's cliche, but they really were.
Yeah. Oh my God.
They were a Christian band, by the way.
Well,
They were a Christian band that also did heroin.
oh boy. I've heard that you too did their share of drugs. Not you. I mean the band you too.
Oh, sure, I'm sure they did.
They pushed themselves as this Christian band. God, I don't like music that most people like. Honestly, I don't like you too. I don't like. I don't know. That's just a lot of shit. I just hate. Okay, that's one bed moved in. See there. That's what.
Job well done.
What are all these people saying here?
I think they're incredibly bored by my stories of minor
Uh,
local bands that never went anywhere.
okay, the Satchman, Satchman. Oh, Satchmo. Many of his students became famous. I guess you're talking about Joseph. They call Satriano Satchmo? Okay. I saw that DLR. I guess it's David Lee Roth tour twice. Eat 'em and smile. Steve Vai, great guitar player as well. You need an underground newsletter, Zort. How about those bands you were in, Zort? Okay, these are questions. Weren't you in the Archies, says Pauline Dell.
Pauline. No, I was not in the Archies. I
The
was just in
Archies,
several garage bands that I had a lot of fun playing in, but
the
they never went
Archies
anywhere.
was one guy. He played every instrument. He was the singer. Yeah, there were some girl singers also, but yeah, he was the same guy that sang a lot of those bubblegum songs from that time period. Okay, the next bed.
We should have vacuumed the room.
I don't know how many of you are from the Dallas Fort Worth area. Probably not many, but there was a time, especially in the late '80s through the late '90s, when just the Dallas Fort Worth area produced a lot, and I mean a lot, of really good bands and just about every genre you can think of. Um, I think there were benefactors of they were still teaching music in schools, in public schools, and so you got a lot of people that they learned how to play chopsticks and they learned how to understand the basics of music theory and composition. And even though they didn't particularly like studying all the great classical composers, that led to them having an understanding of music where later on they were able to produce some pretty good stuff. And it got completely ignored by the mainstream. But at that time, the ethos was kind of to shun that. Nobody wanted necessarily to get famous and go to Hollywood. That was considered lame. LA was lame. Hollywood was lame. You didn't want,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I don't know what. I don't know, man. I don't know. I who there was only the band I know of that made it was Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. Who else made it from Dallas Fort
Trippin' Daisy made it. I mean, not as big as Edie
nationally?
did.
I never
Yeah.
saw them. I don't know anything about them, so I can't speak
The
about them.
Toadies made it.
Did
Um,
they? I
what's that?
remember they existing. I
Yeah.
may have seen them open for some other band. I don't know.
Well, Todd Lewis, the problem with Todd Lewis is he was just emulating the Pixies and singing about how he hated growing up as an upper middle class child in Tyler with religious parents. And that they didn't have a lot of miles in it. It was like, okay, we get it, Todd. Your dad was a preacher and you hated his guts. Okay. Yeah, rigor mortis. Yeah, rigor mortis got some national attention. So did Dangerous Toys. Um, of course, Pantera was probably the biggest. I remember going and seeing Pantera at Joe's Garage. They were huge in the underground metal scene, though. They were the kings of that thing. And also Spiders. There was a band called Spiders that was popular in the club circuit at the same time as Pantera, and for a little while, it was kind of neck and neck, like which one's going to make it, Pantera or Spiders. They were both really good bands. Of course, you can't find Spiders anything. They did record. They went to LA and recorded tracks, but they never released it. And now, if you type in Spiders, there's a gajillion and one bands named Spiders, so you're never going to find them.
Well, Rigor Mortis was yeah, they went to my high school. Hardin Harrison, I've known him since sixth grade, and Casey Orr, I've known him since seventh grade. He worshipped Kiss, and at that point in the '70s, I wasn't that big on Kiss, but later I would realize that I was wrong about that. But I just wanted to not dislike them.
Right.
And initially I didn't get along with Casey Orr because I was this nerd, and he. I remember one time he was like, he would in math class he'd go macho macho, and tried to make fun of me. He thought he was a bully, that
Really?
like that I maybe liked disco music, which is far from the truth. But and one time he swung with a pencil and grazed my stomach and kind of cut it. It's like, hey, what is this? The Blackboard Jungle, motherfucker. But then later by high school, we were in the same commercial art class, and we realized we both loved Conan the Barbarian, and there was a movie coming out, and he was really into the heavy metal cartoon movie. That was his favorite movie. And then, we sat and he realized I was actually into good music. And instead of just, this guy with the glasses that he just figured was a nerd. And, now I see, it. Last time I saw him was at a Dallas Fantasy Fair that had about 12 people show up for it. They tried to revive the Fantasy Fair. And they had a lot of great guests like Jim Steranko, but just nobody was there. I think
Yeah,
that
the
was
kids
right
now
before
just
the
they don't
pandemic.
come out to anything ever.
Well, the parking was ridiculous in Dallas. Uh, I didn't go to Dallas. I just stayed, in my house for a while. And I go back to Dallas, and every highway's been turned into a pay road. I
Yeah,
30.
I grew up in Dallas when parking was free. I'm not paying for parking. It's
Yeah,
not happening.
between the I-30 between Dallas and Fort Worth, it was a toll road. And then I remember when they finally paid it off, they took the toll booths off. But now all these foreign companies are buying up these highways and making them toll roads. And it's like, I stopped wanting to go to Dallas.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how they keep people at home and keep them controlled. I don't know. And then you have to get this little sticker that you paid so you can drive on all the roads, and it's ridiculous.
I tell you, one local guy that made it was, and this is country music, and I like a lot of country music. Is Gary Stewart. I loved Gary Stewart. He was a really good country music guy. He's actually friends with some members of my family. That's how I got to know him. But he was
Gary Stewart, did you say the country guy?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Gary Stewart was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Gary. I know of Gary Stewart and Homer Henderson. Do you know Homer Henderson?
I know of him. I've heard the name.
Well, he passed away, but he did a song. You guys watching this have to like leave right now from the stream and go look up a song. Lee Harvey Was a Friend of Mine by Homer Henderson, one of the
Okay.
greatest songs of all time. Yeah, this guy, this friend of a friend of mine. Well, I guess he was a friend of mine too, but he was initially a friend of a friend of mine. T. Tex Edwards. He was uh, he was a Dallas musician. He was one in the first Dallas punk band called the Nerve Breakers. He opened for the
I
Sex
know Barry
Pistols.
Kuda. Yeah.
Yeah, Barry Kuda. Yeah, he was part of that same band. Yeah, I know him too. So, but T. Tex Edwards, he went off to Los Angeles and then came back, and by that time he had this persona. He was this country music guy, but he only did he only did cover songs about murder and killing, when there's a lot of country songs like
Yeah, there
that,
is.
like pardon me, I've got somebody to kill.
Yeah. Yeah.
His whole set was songs about. And he had a band, T. Tex Edwards and Out on Parole was the name of his band, and it was just a whole. I think he might have had some original songs, but it was all, and he was very Cramps influenced, and yeah, that was the, yeah, he was a local musician I knew.
I liked it that, Dallas had like punk rockers that were also cowboys. That was a
Did you?
good cross. I liked
Yeah.
that.
Did you? Do you know Mark Ridlin?
I don't know him personally.
I think we mentioned him before.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving another bed. Hold on.
Like you and I, we moved in circles that were like ships passing in the night. I swear it. It's amazing you and I never met in person. But I was friends with Karen Barrett that owned Last Beat Records, and she was a I mean, I think she was only worth about $500 million back then, but I'm sure it's way over $1 billion now. Um, so she had real means, and she's the one who like got us like to go out to L.A. and stuff, and I just hated it. I went out to L.A. and we stayed in the Motor Inn where they keep all the new prospects and stuff, and it was one of the Arquette sisters had a restaurant below it at the time that served ostrich burgers, which is not nearly as cool as you would think. And it was very popular at the time. Have an ostrich burger, and man, did I grow to hate them because we had a guy in a limousine that took us around, and we didn't have a car of our own, and so if it was on a day where we weren't going to be taken somewhere, like we had no option. We had to eat there. So I ate there. I ate so many ostrich burgers. I just don't ever want one again. And but yeah, the whole time I was in LA, there was this palpable feeling of evil. Like I don't think everybody picked up on it, but I did. And I think there was a point where we could have been turned into something, but I was a definite no. Like within 2 days of being in LA, I was like, I'm ready to go home. This place sucks. Like, and we would meet like famous people, and boy, what a letdown that was. I mean, they just weren't impressive. They even had like some Playboy playmates hang out with us, and when you got to see those women up close, it's a hard pass for me. Like, no, like they were. It was 10 tons of makeup, but when you got up close, man, you could see their pores, and they were way older than they purported to be, and it was just and they even took us to what was that strip club, Dumbo's Clown World or something. It's where they make all the actresses strip when they're young, and like there's very likely like a false wall in there, and the real club is behind it. It's that kind of an affair. There's a lot of stuff like that in LA. Like you go to buildings, and that's not the real thing. The real thing, there's like a hidden door somewhere, and the real club or restaurant is behind that. But I hated it. The ostrich was okay. I mean, it was kind of novel. It was a little gamey. It tastes like beef, but a little gamier. But I had so many of those damn burgers, and this is over 20 years ago, and well over 20 years ago. And I'm still not over it. I hate ostrich burgers. I don't ever want one ever again. We'd have to eat them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner sometimes. But I was in there when I think it was Rosanna Arquette that owned it, and it was kind of a hot spot at the time. I saw James Woods. I like James Woods, but he's such a cheap ass. Like I saw him argue for 20 minutes with a black meter maid over him double parking because he couldn't find a parking spot close enough. And he haggled with her for 20 minutes and then settled with an autograph and $20. I'm sure the parking ticket was probably like $40, but he spent 20 minutes of his time. We were sitting there eating, watching him. He was like, 8 feet from us doing this. So that was funny. And then we went to the Rainbow when it was still around, and I saw Ron Jeremy get shot down by this black girl. He was trying to, I guess, seal the deal with her, and she was like, "Get away from me, you gross old man. It's not happening." So that was funny. And Lemmy was still alive there, so he was there at his slot machine. I didn't bother him, but I saw him there. We were leaving one night, and Be Real from what was it? Cypress Hill. Like we were talking about being from Texas and guns and stuff like that, and he had this entourage with him, and I guess they were armed. I don't know. And I don't know. He just took a dislike to us, and as we were leaving, he just gave us a stink eye. I have no idea why. Um, but anyway, Rosanna Arquette owned that restaurant at the time that sold all those ostrich burgers when they were a new thing, kind of. And what's the guy? Leonardo DiCaprio came in with his little. He had a group of about 5 or 6 people with him, and the place was packed. And he demanded that they kick somebody out for his party, and they wouldn't do it. And like he threw a snot slinging fit like a 3-year old, and I immediately lost respect for him. Before I thought he was a pretty good actor, but after I saw him behave that way, I was like, "You're not a man. You're a little boy." Like, like it really turned me off to his movies after that. After seeing him the way he behaved, because I think it was like a 15 or 20 minute wait. It was a wait, but it wasn't like super long. And I guess he just felt like he was better than everybody else, and they should just pick people up by the scruff of their neck and throw them in the street so he could sit down and have an ostrich burger. And when that didn't happen, he's like a toddler. I don't know. That's the thing about celebrity. You grow up and you have the thoughts about your celebrity heroes if you have them and so forth, and then you grow up and if you get to go and be on the inside of that machinery, you and I just did briefly, but you just learn that like it's a hype machine. Not all, certainly not all, but most of the people that are celebrities, they don't have a lick of talent. They don't they suck. They're they're nobody to admire. It's all done with camera tricks and studio tricks, and they're just needy people that need to be liked by someone else because their egos can't stand it to be ignored. And then, I mean, there are some people with really serious talent, but I think that the way that they do business out there, even if you do have serious talent, it corrupts them all. They don't last very long before they're corrupted by the way stuff works out there. And I can't go into it here because poor Gratu will get a strike, and I don't want to get that for him. But it's everything you suspect. And that's after I was out there. I came back and I was like, I'm much more happy just kind of being a nobody here. Just playing to my friends. I was much happier with that. Oh, it looks like Dr. Gratu's phone has died, and he's gone to get the charger. That's no problem. Although, if someone wants to come up, please do, because I'm running out of stories to tell you, and they're not very interesting. But anyway, after that, shortly after that, 9/11 happened, and life for me changed radically after that. My boyhood and young adulthood was over after that, and I had more important, more serious things to do. But I did enjoy being in the arts community. I liked the creativity. I liked seeing people do new things, and I was never really like locked into one genre. If it was talented, then I was down with it. I wanted to see it. I didn't care if it was country music or new wave music or whatever you want to label, whatever, rock, metal. It didn't matter. If it was good, it was good. But thank you, Vincent. Vincent says the stories are great. I don't think they are, but I'm glad you do. I think they're real common stories. I think a lot of people, they show some spark, they show some talent, and they get a chance to go out there. But I got to be honest with you, going out to LA felt like, to me, it felt like touching the devil's nose and then living to tell the tale. There was something just incredibly dark there. Kevin's backstage.
Oh yeah, he is. How did you know?
He said so.
Oh, okay. It says, sorry, Zorka's phone died, but he went to get his charger and plugged it in. He got it. If I jump on here, consider his channel torched, lol. Your stories are great, Zork, says Vincent. I'm backstage. I wish I could have had a band when I had it in me. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize the phone wasn't plugged in. So,
Greetings, Kevin.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't think we have any audio out of you, Kevin.
Oh, Uh, my,
Can you hear me?
There you are.
I hear you. I can't get my phone to work.
Okay, the echo's gone.
I don't hear any.
Somebody has, is it me that has two windows open or is it somebody else?
I don't know. Oh, it might be me.
Well, anyway, that's my going to LA story. Did you happen to hear it, Dr. Orloff?
No, I missed all of that. I'll hear it on the replay.
Roger that. I didn't like it out there. Like, this was before all of the stuff that's out now was out. This was back in the late 90s. And but since that
That's when it
time,
started to suck.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What was that?
That's when LA started to suck.
Oh, okay. I hadn't been there before, and I never went back just because I despised the place so badly. They paired me up with this Playboy playmate. I guess who was supposed to win my affections or something. I don't know. But man, like, she sat down next to me in a club and they were feeding us drinks and stuff. But like, I just remember her sitting down next to me, and she had like a figure, right? But when you got up close, like, she was wearing like kabuki theater levels of makeup. And when you got up close, you could see that this woman was far older than she purported to be. And like, she had been wearing such thick makeup for so long, like all the pores on her face were like massive. Like, it was honestly, getting up close to her was gross. It was like, don't touch me.
Who is this? Who was that?
I can't even remember what her name was. She was just an older playmate.
Oh,
Like, I think she had been a playmate in the early 90s.
oh shoot. Early 90s. Okay.
But I mean, like, you would think, oh, well, early night, so she's in Playboy in her like early 20s or what have you. No, and that's another thing you notice about things out of Hollywood. Most of the people are way older than you think they are.
Yeah. Yeah, like people in their 30s, like play teenagers.
Right.
It's weird.
Oh yeah, the movie Grease.
And they'll tell you like, oh, these guys in this rock band, they're all in their early 20s. It's like, no, they're in their late 20s, early 30s. They're like, 8 to 10 years older at least.
Like Danzig in the early 90s, people could have thought that guy was in his late 20s and he was like early 40s.
Right. And it's like I said, it's the same thing with the girls. Like, they push the girls on you when you first go out there. I guess they're trying to honeypot you or get you co-opt or something. But like, you realize, like, these are not young, hot women. These are like more like middle-aged women that are like, putting on a ton of makeup and using every trick to try to seem like they're young women.
Well, people like Deborah Harry and Lux Interior of the Cramps were already in their 30s when they became Lux, the Cramps never became famous, but so they were a lot older than what people thought.
How old is she?
And I wouldn't have been swayed even if they had been what they purported to be, just because once I got out there and started seeing the behind the scenes, I'm like, no, this is gross. Like, I was having a much better time just, back in, I'd rather play, a backyard party to like 20 people that were my friends than to come out and like do what's necessary to become famous here. Like, the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze to me at all.
You know who I met and I had a backwards reaction to? I met Nicole Kidman once, and I couldn't believe how pretty she was in person. You see her in print and on film, and I just kind of always thought,
I had a thing for her when I was younger. Yeah, because she seemed so wholesome, so real.
Well, when I met her, I was flabbergasted because I was like, "Whoa, she's a lot prettier than I thought."
And she's well mannered. She's a lady. Like she has grace.
It was funny. I was working my loser job that I kind of enjoyed. I was working at a theater in Westwood in LA. It was one of those chains where they have premieres, but they kept me away from the premieres because they thought I was like a lunatic.
Why?
They just wanted to think that I was like nuts and gonna talk too much to the celebrities or whatever, you know.
All
So
kinds of silliness like that going on out there.
and the people that they would put there in place of me, I'd be like, "You're stupid." Okay, you know. But so I'm tearing a ticket and I hear this nice little Australian voice ask me if my name is really Cleopatra, and I look up and I'm like, "Oh," and it was her.
Yeah.
And she was renting out the whole entire theater room for her and her kids, and it was like a whole little dude, it was enough kids. It was like a preschool of kids. I was
Right.
like, whoa, this lady has a lot of kids.
I can't
And
believe she was involved with Tom Cruise for any length of time. I mean, she was way above his caliber, in my
the
opinion.
sad news is that the word is that her dad's a real creep.
I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't even want to speculate, but I do like her. I think she's one of the rare. I won't say good ones because God knows I don't know her history. I don't know what she's done, but like she's not like most of the other ones. I'll tell you that.
Well, she was glowing, which was weird. I was like, this lady looks like an angel. And
She was definitely very very pretty, very
the
pretty.
only other one of those ladies I met that had a similar quality, believe it or not, I'm not saying she was as pretty, but that Evan Rachel Wood girl as well.
I'm not familiar with her. I don't. That doesn't
She
ring a bell for me.
she's a movie star. She went out with Marilyn Manson when she was really young and claims he abused her.
Claims.
No,
I
no, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I believe it, but
Yeah, well,
um,
yeah. How does a girl go out with something that looks like that?
hey, what's that show called that she was the star of on HBO and we stopped watching
It was the TV remake of Westworld that was like
Yes,
complete perversion, and yeah, it was.
she stars in that Westworld show.
right. Well, Justin says Nicole wants us to eat bugs. I don't know about that, but
Probably.
it's possible. I mean,
I think so. I'm sorry, but I think he's correct.
but the way the machinery works in there, like that system can make people do all kinds of stuff they don't want to do.
Yeah, or you can be unalived.
Yep. Oh yeah. They get serious, very serious.
I
No,
like
no,
the
I believe you, Justin. I'm just saying, like that's a shame because, um, boy, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm a sucker for female Australian accents too.
You can see how flooded the floor is in here. I might need to prop this bed up.
What do you mean?
Well, this floor is slanted in this room, and you can see the bed slants.
It was that way in the other room too.
You mean in the attic?
Maybe, but
And there, maybe for you because the
Yeah.
slants down that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking house is about to fall apart.
Well, it's an old house. Old houses shift. That's just the nature of the game.
when a
I
big truck when a big truck drives by, it shakes the whole house like an earthquake.
Oh man. Well, but just old houses, they settle. You know, they. I don't think there's a square. I don't think there's any house that's older than 20 years that has a square right angle in it. You know, that's just normal. They all shift.
The only thing that freaks me out here are the tornadoes. Other than that, I'm good. Like I am not spooked out. I do not believe that this house is haunted, even though other people think so. Nope, I don't think so. Huh?
Well, the fact that you guys live in that house, that just adds to the cachet. It adds to the mystique. I would play the haunted stuff up just for fun.
Well, the other house that we lived in, we had the same claims. And I'll tell you what, I noticed that the people that would get creeped out or have an experience were people that weren't really good for us anyway. And I thought that was interesting. I was like, is something protecting us from them? Because we aren't aware to all these. I am telling you, I had one guy say, "Oh, I saw a ghost on the stairs," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And all kinds of stuff like that at the other house. And here, there was a little bit of that too.
Just adds to the mystique.
Maybe it's just
Adds to the
us.
legend.
Maybe we're haunted.
I I don't personally. I don't believe in apparitions or ghosts, but
Yeah,
I know a lot of people do, and
I think they're the disembodied spirits of the Nephilim, not like human spirits.
I don't know. I
And
was telling Dr. Orloff that I had passed away because of an accident that I had, and for
I
me,
I actually didn't get to hear that story. What happened?
well, I don't really want to relive it. It's not
Okay, okay, right,
pleasant,
right. Okay.
nice. But I had there was an accident, and I died at least for a little
Whoa.
while,
Whoa.
and they brought me back, and it was through very invasive surgery.
Oh.
Um, and but that said, that's one reason I work out all the time. I have to. I don't have a choice. Like
Mm.
if I don't maintain a healthy weight and stuff, like I'm a goner. I'm out of here.
Oh
So,
wow.
but no, it's for me there was nothing. But that may be a reflection of me and my life. It
I don't
sucks too
know.
because I've already died once and I know what to expect and it's horrific.
Can you move that
Oh.
phone off the top there, please?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I better move quick.
But yeah, like I've tried to do my due diligence with that, and like people who are sad or what have you, and considering suicide, I always like tell them like, no, look, I've died. There's nothing good about dying. Even like your worst day living is better than one day dead. Like
Yeah,
if you're
that's
even if
not
you're
the
being
most
tortured,
encouraging.
even if you're being tortured, your head's being put in a vice. Stay alive as long as you can because even that is better than being dead.
Well, that's
Well, I don't
I
want
don't know
people
if
to
that's
think
going
that
to
like
encourage people
suicide is a
much.
solution. It's not. Like it's you're gonna hate that more
Well,
than,
I've always
than
heard that
whatever is
people that
bothering you now.
I've heard that people that did that word that we're probably not supposed to say that they have had horrible experiences. They don't have the meeting their relatives and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every person who's ever survived jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, and it doesn't happen often, but it does occasionally happen. I guess they catch an updraft on the way down or something. Um, but every single one of them who has survived has said, the second my feet left that bridge, I thought, I've made a horrible mistake. I want to live. I want to live. They're like, what were you thinking on the way down? And then they
Of
were thinking,
course.
please let me live. Please let me live.
Of course, of course, of course.
But no, my experience with death is that, yeah, even your worst day being alive is far better than 1 second being dead. But of course, we all have to die. We all know that. Um, but that's, I mean, maybe that's why I made it so I could come back and tell people that because I'm
But
not looking
there's
forward to it.
but there's so many other people with near death experiences that have a completely different experience.
True. That's true. I can
We
only
had
tell
we
you what
had
mine
this
was.
we had this girl living with us who I guess was into that whole like LaVey Satanism. And she said that when she died, it was like the movie Avatar. All the colors were so vivid, and
Oh God.
she was taken like, I don't know, off to somewhere else where all of the other people that had crossed over were. And she said, I cannot wait to go back. I just want to go home, are words that she will repeat from time to time.
Oh well, maybe they. Maybe
And I heard the same exact thing from another lady who has some famous aunts that sing called the Pointer Sisters.
Oh shit!
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. I have.
Well, but you got to consider the source. I mean, your sources there are a Satanist and the family member of celebrities, and celebrities crave attention above all else.
Yeah.
And a Satanist does nothing but lie to you by trade.
That was the problem. That was why I don't bother with continuing the friendship. It was just like, if you're lying about this and that, well, what else are you lying about?
My bona fides on this is that I was raised a Methodist.
Okay.
So. You got the celebrity family member, the Satanist, and the Methodist.
Right.
Maybe God doesn't like Methodists.
Oh man.
Possible.
Whoa. Dang. Woo.
That is possible. I don't know. Like my opinion on religion is that religion is fantastic. I mean, we all saw COVID. We all saw how dumb most people are. Like, you've got to give these people something, or they'll replace it with something awful. Like, people are like, "Oh, religion's the opiate of the masses," and my opinion on that is, oh, God, I hope so, because most of these people out here are so stupid. They believed wearing a mask would save them from something as tiny as a virus.
The other day I was appalled because I saw someone, from the other side riffing off COVID as an aftermath, and they were saying, we saw the worst of humanity, meaning people that didn't want to wear masks or take those things.
The people who didn't want to have been vindicated. They're the heroes. They're the strongest people the world has ever known.
There are people out there that are still saying we were the worst of humanity.
Oh, I didn't plug the other shit.
Well, we've got a mental health crisis in this country. That much is clear. I mean,
oh yeah.
We've got all these women that are now shaving their head and saying they're, not gonna sleep with conservative men or white men or something to that effect. And it's like, thank God, like finally we've like got you guys to like, stop your Jezebel ways and like, like, okay,
a lot
good
of
job,
people,
great.
A lot of people feel like you do, like things are correcting themselves, and they don't have to deal with dating these crazy women.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I all the women that would say that, like, well, I'm an older guy, so I wouldn't be dating them anyway. A lot of them are young enough to be my daughter. But
no,
for the guys that are in their cadre, their traditional cadre,
they're crazy in all ages. There's boomers that are crazy like that.
I'm sure, but I would assume the majority of them are younger women.
I tend to hang out with a group that's like 10 years plus older than me. I'm 46, so like a lot of my friends are like in their 50s or older.
Right.
And there is a lot of chicks that are in their 50s and they're crazy like those millennials. They're exactly.
Well, yeah, they've all gone through menopause, and menopause like drives these women absolutely off the cliff. And it's a hormone imbalance. And I'll tell you what, the major hormone imbalance that postmenopausal women have, and this was Amelia, if you're out there listening to, thank you for informing me about this, is that postmenopausal women, they don't check their testosterone levels. Mm-hmm. They check their estrogen levels, but they don't check their testosterone levels. And if either one of those gets out of whack, it can lead to serious mental issues.
Sure.
Like, but you have to have a blood panel to know. And most insurance won't cover a blood panel that covers your testosterone levels. You have to go to your doctor and you have to demand it. You got to say, I need a blood panel, and you've got to check my testosterone levels in addition to my estrogen levels. And they'll go, well, we don't do that. And you're like, no, we got to figure out a way to make it happen because I got to know.
Wow. Yeah, there's probably someplace that does.
You'll have to fight for it, but you can have your doctor will do it, but you're gonna have to fight him on it. You have to
Where
make
there's a
him do it.
will, there's a way.
Right. But that's what I think a lot of it is in the older women is their hormones are just like flat out of whack in an extreme way. And then of course you have all the narcissist women who were very beautiful when they were young, and then they go through menopause, and then, let's face it, they turn into old prunes and they can't handle it.
Yeah. You reminded me of so many people that remind me of a Halloween grandma. They're still trying to look punk rock, but they look all lame and they're all crazy.
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, life is what it is. Like, you can't be in your 20s your whole life. That's a ridiculous expectation.
Yeah.
So anywho,
I never had long hair in my life, and now my hair is like really long, so I guess I'm always going against the grain.
well, I've been accused of that. I don't know. Generally speaking, if a crowd is into it, it's probably the wrong thing. Crowds are stupid.
Hey, are you missing something?
Well, I know.
No, it looked like you were looking for
I'm
something.
just trying to. I try to make it where we could go to sleep tonight, and then I could do the rest of this tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Well, why aren't we good to go now?
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Tomorrow I can do the rest of this without bothering you, because you're going to be working tomorrow. Right?
If you're going to be groaning and cursing, you're going to get me fired.
I'm not moving beds tomorrow. I moved all the heavy stuff. I'm just going to be lugging some boxes. I can't really use the elevator unless you're on a break, but I can haul them one at a time up the stairs.
Look at it this way. You're not in a rush.
Well,
okay.
I want to get this done.
Yeah, I know how you are.
Like all this stuff here, I don't want it.
That's what I was trying to say is we needed to get all this shit.
You got to put Drew's bed right there, because that's exactly where Captain Strangelove saw the ghost, and she'll scare the ghost away. Yeah, this is the first time we slept in a room where a ghost was sighted. Kevin, we haven't even talked to you. We're being
poor Kevin.
It's like he's gone black. He's probably already left the store, man. I gave him the full screen because he's always showing cool stuff. Damn, are you still there, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm rearranging my masks.
Oh, okay. You're doing the same kind of stuff. Let me see what these people in the chat are saying.
Kevin, did you have any customers today, or was it
No,
like yesterday?
It was a good day.
Oh, good.
Oh, so yesterday was just a weird anomaly, huh?
Yeah.
Today's comic book day. What sold well?
Batman, Absolute Batman.
Oh yeah. Did you save the one that had that cool cover for me?
Yeah, that was the only one I sold out of.
Oh yeah, it's a good cover. Yeah. Have you heard about this comic, Zork?
That's a Frank Thomas, or it's not Frank Thomas. That's a Frank Miller homage cover.
Yeah, I don't necessarily hate Frank. I don't hate Frank Miller. I just hate that
Frank Miller used to be awesome. Frank Miller used to be a great artist. I thought he's too old. I think he has health issues and he's old.
Yeah. Well, the thing I like Dark Knight, but it was the problem was DC taking the story that wasn't meant to be an official Batman story and just making it canon and making a Catwoman an ex-prostitute and things like that I don't like, but it was okay in that particular story But anyway, have you heard about this Absolute Batman comic, Zork?
I have not. No.
It's like Batman is a complete. How would you just? He's like he cuts people's hands off and then tells them where to go to the nearest hospital to have their hands reattached. It's a completely uh, horribly violent Batman comic that they put out as like an alternate, I guess, an alternate universe. Apparently, the word absolute is recently has taken on some negative meaning, I think, or something. Like I hear
I,
people
I
say,
don't pay attention to the linguistics ebb and flow of pop culture. I just do my thing and walk right over it. Like
yeah,
these people have ideas that I don't know. I actually told somebody a few days back. I said every idea that you have in your head, every thought that you hold sacred, I piss on it. I take a piss on it.
The
So now
thing
you
with,
know how I am.
DC using absolute is they already had a meaning for their absolute. Absolute meant for DC was their like ultimate edition book that would
oh,
come in an oversized hardcover. And they call it the absolute edition. It
I
was the
see.
best edition that you could get. And they couldn't
Uh,
use ultimate. They couldn't use ultimate because ultimate is what Marvel uses.
right, yeah.
So I don't know why they chose absolute.
Gary Davis in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, is he?
Gary
Tell
Davis.
Gary, tell Gary to send me his address so I can get his prize out to him.
Yeah, man. Oh, I can't. I should have.
I'm gonna
I,
go back in the room.
yeah, you can go ahead.
Listen, with that, I've got to jump down. I've got to fix a
Okay.
little something to eat. I actually made it's my cheat day, and I made banana bread. So I'm gonna go have some banana bread.
Okay.
Um,
Sounds good.
but I will see all of you fine folks later on. Have a wonderful night. And Gary, come up here and take my place. Okay. Good night.
Yeah, Gary. Yeah, you gotta give him your address, like privately, no. or
And Chip Creek, if he's watching, send me a list of the books I showed about the 1:20 in, I think, to this video. We showed the new comics. And if you want any of those, just send me a list of what you want.
oh, okay. Oh, someone's coming in. Oh, it is indeed Bone Daddy Gary Davis. Oh, I thought it was. I don't think I clicked it right.
How you
Yeah, now it.
doing?
Good. How are you
Hi.
doing?
Good. How are you
I'm
guys doing?
Well, what I'm doing is moving the entire comic collection and magazine collection up to the attic because I get sick of looking at comic boxes, and I thought up here altogether it might be a spectacular sight instead of packed into the different closets, and then I don't know, but
Well,
it's so
moving. I heard you moving shit around, and I was just like, "Dang, what's Gratu doing?"
well. Let me show you. I've got this row of boxes here that winds around here, and then over here, and then back against here. This is where we used to sleep. There's going to be all the Bronze Age stuff, and then
Oh,
there's
cool!
going to be Silver Age here, and some more over here that's going to come over here, and then this is going
Wow.
to. I'm going to deflate this bed, and this is going to be like a room that's going to have walls of magazine and boxes. So it's
How
going to.
many how many comic boxes would you say you have?
I don't know. Some are short boxes, some are long. It's I'll be able to count them once they all get here, because
Yeah.
some are in closets and stuff. And I just, it's like, my wife has the point that closets can be used for clothing, and that was something I really never thought about. I used to just have
Who-
a closet where I would just throw them all in and then shut the door on the
yeah.
and
Who would
so
have thought of that? Closets being used
well,
for clothing.
so yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Look at this. Lily Munster shroud here. Well, so
Lily
that's
Munster. What?
so
Lily Munster something
this is
or other.
just the beginning. These are just magazine boxes. They're going to wrap around. I think they're going to be one box taller, and it's going to make kind
Holy
of a room
moly!
back there. And then there's
Wow.
going to be nothing but boxes around here. I'm just trying to be careful about. There's a radiator system up here. If a pipe was to ever leak or something, I don't really want comic boxes right under a pipe. I obviously don't want them near a radiator. So,
No.
I don't know. But this is, you know, it's, I just bringing it up here so we can live like human beings.
It's a
because
work in progress.
comic boxes really are spectacularly ugly. It's really a
Yeah.
horrible hobby, and you know, the vast majority of people that collect comics are complete scum and assholes, and it's just a shitty, embarrassing thing. And it's better to just hide the comics so that people won't think you're one of those people.
You
No,
know,
but I'm just
there was
kidding.
a comic,
Everyone in
I'm
the
sorry, there was a
community.
comic store that I used to go to, and they would put comic, they would attach a bag to the front of the comic box and put a comic right in there, just
Right.
so you would easily know, okay, these are Batmans, these are Spider-Mans,
Right.
these are,
That's a smart idea. Yeah, I've seen people do that. I I've been doing things like, some. I think I'll probably do that with something. Here, this one says, "Your bonds mean dead." Well, I won't say that's politically incorrect, but mainly what I've done is I found that Kevin's Gotham City comics stickers look really good on the front of boxes. It almost turns them
yeah,
into
they
looking
do.
really nice. And then I
Yeah, they
also
do.
did this thing where I got this idea from a comic shop, or you put these things, these vintage Marvel and DC stickers on the front. And anyway, this job will be completed. If it's not, I'll work on it tomorrow, like during a live stream. Saturday, this will get finished Saturday, but I'll keep going on a live stream until it's completely done on Saturday. So anyone wants to
Cool.
watch it, they can see that happen.
Well,
Um,
did I hear Cleo talking for a little while there?
she was talking, yes. Well, what it is, the comic book room, I just moved beds into it because it's really a bedroom. We were sleeping in a living room. Now I'm going to turn the living room into a living room. Only thing is, we don't have
Oh,
furniture for it.
oh,
There's a
okay.
place a block from here that has some really comfortable 70s couches, but they're also ugly. So there's where I put my glasses. Huh, excellent. So
Well, 70s furniture is kind of ugly, but it's nice and retro though.
well, there's one couch that's very comfortable, but yeah, it's kind of so some 70s is good, but I'm gonna move some.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this Philco Predicta up here. I'm gonna put that down on the first floor. Yeah, it's gonna look pretty spectacular. It's just right now,
Cool.
if I keep going with it, I'm probably not going to be very functional at work tomorrow because I moved a
I
lot of boxes. I moved all of these boxes just today, some before work. Um, Now, I did have the help of an elevator, but there's still some, you know. So
I can't wait
it'll.
to I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's done.
Well, all this back here is going to be all long boxes. So that's where the
Oh.
real back-breaking stuff comes in, which I'm not sure I feel like doing right now.
You know,
Um,
I never liked long boxes. I always struggled with them. And it was funny because one of the first times I moved, we hired some movers, and this this funny guy comes up to me and goes, "You sure got a lot of comic books."
Oh, there's more boxes in the elevator. That's I got to unload these. This one is Archie Comics Box 5.
Oh my!
So let me move this. That was the reason I
I've
came upstairs is to clear the elevator for tomorrow.
I've had some good luck with these blue painter's tape to
Yeah.
uh, to mark my boxes, whether they're comic boxes or whether they're just regular boxes to store things. I put that blue painter's tape on there, and it comes off real easily, and it's replaced real easily. You can see what it is. I usually put something on the side and on the top,
Yeah, my
and
problem. Yeah.
so at least when it's all stacked up, you can say, okay, that's where the Mickey Mouse stuff is. That's where the Archie stuff is. That's where the Kiss stuff is.
Yeah, I've been writing up with it on marker, and then of course then then you shift things, because box
Yeah,
fills up, and then yeah, that was not a
for sure.
smart
I
thing.
mean, you get so many Archie comics, and then you got to shift them to another box because all the I don't know the other A comics come before that,
Yeah,
and fill up the box before that, and so
then
you
you
got to
yeah, what you do
shift
is
them
you,
around.
you you get to the point where you have to add a box in between. If you number the boxes, and then it's like you're outgrowing one box, and then you have to put a box in between and take some from the box after it and put it in, and some
Yeah,
from the box, and then you've got like between boxes 6 and 7, you have box 6.5, and it gets to be insane. Uh,
I don't number my boxes. I just put
uh,
labels on them and say what's in it.
no,
It's
I used to number them. That was a mistake. That's why I'm saying. Oh, so this is where she's keeping her babies here. Let me show you what I'm talking about here.
Drew.
I've been wondering where they were. She's got this nest of pillows, and that's one of her babies, and that's she. I can't ever throw that away because she loves it. It's just part of an old squeak toy, but she treats them like babies. Also, this green fake beer bottle that squeaks,
What
and
I
and
remember
also here's another
you.
one of them. She's got all her children up here. This
I
is
remember you mentioning Drew saying all of her babies were green, and she carries them all out to the food
yeah.
dish, and so
Well,
they can eat or whatever.
they say that dogs are colorblind, but that's not really true. They do have. Why does that light? Oh, the light in the kitchen's on. Why is the light in the kitchen on? Who was up here? I never turned that on. I wonder if my wife was up here.
It was that ghost you were talking about.
Uh, why is the light in the kitchen on? I did not turn this on. um,
Ooh,
these heads here. I'm gonna ask my wife if I can put the shock monster head on one of them, but she probably does. They're cosmetology heads. They have real human hair. People, I've got her spiders on top.
I used to see those all the time at the thrift store, and I was like, "Ooh, these are kind of creepy," and
Yeah, because it
and
is real
my
human
my
hair.
girl my girlfriend at the time was like, "Don't buy those. Those are just too creepy."
Oh, now I can't see, man. Oh shit. Let me use the phone to see where
Oh,
I'm walking.
oh,
Yeah, that's weird because I didn't turn. She must have been up here today or something. Somebody was. That's weird as hell. Or yeah, I can't, unless that light's been on for weeks, which is possible. Um,
which you haven't been up
because I
there for
come up
weeks.
here normally in the day, so if that light's on, I wouldn't know because of the light coming in from the windows, and
Oh, I
so
see.
I think that light's just been on for quite a while. Not good.
Does your elevator have your elevator just has insulation along the walls, right?
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah, that's the way they did it. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but that's the way they let us there. Some of it's kind of torn, you see. Yeah.
Have you uh have you ever had to have it repaired or anything like that?
Um, there was a time it stopped. See, the thing is, you're supposed to have kind of keep your foot on this little brake as it's going downstairs. It probably needs maintenance. I called the Schumacher and Sons company, and they wanted to see, you know, because this has been rigged over the years. This is not their original equipment, so
Yeah.
they didn't answer. They wanted to see pictures, and then they never responded after that because my wife got stuck in it one time, and I've had it stop before. But usually, yeah, it's not entirely reliable,
Oh.
but
Now
it's all
I have
right.
a question.
Better than
Is
carrying shit
that
up the stairs.
is that elevator the elevator they use to move bodies up and down in the morgue?
Yes, and furniture. It was later a furniture store, so that's a more pleasant thing to think about. But yes, that's why
Yeah.
the elevator is there because they converted a house into a funeral home, and Yeah, that's why there's an elevator that shaped the size of a body laying down. Yes,
Oh my
but it's
gosh.
also good for moving pinball machines and jukeboxes and for mattresses and things that living
Sure.
people use, because this was a furniture store for almost as long as it was a funeral home, and before that it was just a home with happy people, and before that,
Yeah.
after that, it was a home, I guess, with happy people. But
How many
it's just,
floors? How many floors is there?
well, there's a basement, and then this floor, and then the floor next floor, which is labeled third floor on the elevator, and then then the attic. So that's four floors, because
Wow.
in they count the basement as a floor, I guess.
Now,
So
does the higher floors are the higher floors smaller because of the how some houses get smaller as they go higher? Are are they
uh,
are they smaller or are they the same size as the rest of it?
no, they're not quite yeah, uh they're smaller, yeah, because there's a porch upstairs, yeah, and the attic's smaller,
Oh,
but still,
oh cool.
I'm not, like the attic. There are people that's the size of their house, the attic. So,
Yeah.
but we sold a house that I inherited that my parents bought for 28,000. My wife just told me the people that bought the house from us, they renovated it and took away all its mid-century style, made it look completely of today. It
Oh
was a
no.
four-bedroom house with two bathrooms. It's now a four-bathroom because I guess they took one of the bathrooms and made it into two. I don't know what they
Wow.
did. Anyway, they added a bathroom somehow, two bathrooms, and they also made it a five-bedroom house. And they're trying to sell that thing for $420,000 now.
Holy
We did
moly.
not get that much money for it, but
Yeah.
we bought this house for a little under 200,000, which
Yeah.
is, and so which is I think a normal price. I don't
That's
know, but it was like, it's
that's
not like we're
that's
rich. It looks like
that's
we're rich
cheap.
because it looks like gold ceilings, but it's not. This is
Yeah.
actually uh,
That's cheap
one
compared
of
to
the previous
Colorado
owners
housing.
thought
Colorado.
they were going to turn this into a dance hall, so they put this in. I don't know. My wife wants to put in more, tin ceilings like they have in, an old timey building that look really cool with the squares, and then, you
Yeah.
know, I
I
don't. I
agree with
kind
your
of
wife. I
like it.
think
I know it's sleazy, but I kind.
oh, I don't think it's sleazy. It looks like a discotheque almost.
Well, that is, since what is a discotheque
you
not sleazy?
you
I think
you
she.
could put some disco balls in there and you
Yeah,
you'd make it a
I think
discotheque.
now she's got really good taste, and I don't. So I trust her. I mean, she's kind of wanting these walls to be more red than this green. I like the green because it's a Frankenstein color. But
Yeah.
oh, I just realized Kevin's gone, and we only said about three words to him. Oh no, he did say it was a good day. That's really good to hear. That. Oh,
Yeah.
and just listen. He's like KJ. Do you have him on your Insta? You have Instagram, right?
I think so. Why? What
Well, you
do I
got to
need to
get him.
send
You
him?
got to get your address to Kevin because you won something. We did some kind of contest,
Yeah.
which I
Yeah.
don't even remember because it was spectacular. I wasn't even paying attention, but
Well,
apparently, yeah,
I'll
you
get it to
won
him.
because you had like 18 costumes that night that were all great. So you have won something, I think, and that he
I
wants
won
to send you.
I won the girl, the action figure with the creeped out face. You know, the one that she was.
Oh yeah, the Chamber
Uh,
of Chills girl. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. And
yeah.
so I'll get my address to him. I've actually ordered things from him on Facebook, and so he didn't know it, but I was getting things from him on Facebook
Oh well, he
quite a
doesn't
while
know who you are.
before before I even knew him. I was getting stuff from
What?
him. So yeah,
Really?
yeah, I got a Bela Lugosi mask from him a long time ago. Gosh, it must have been about 1 or 2 years ago. And it was a Bela Lugosi mask, in the box and everything like that. So Um, who's that saying hello, buddy? Missing Mars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Missing Mars and Myers apparently already bought his Shock Monster mask. I'm buying mine on Thursday, not tomorrow, but the 20th.
Yeah.
Do you are you going to get a Shock Monster mask? He's got two left.
I want to get one. I'm low on money though. I'm still
Aren't we
still
all?
jobless, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
might get one. Didn't you say they were about $40?
They're 40. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll see
Um,
if I can get one.
Chip
I
Creek
saw your
Napalm. Go ahead.
I saw your unboxing. When you had him unboxing
Oh
the
yeah.
Trick or Treat Monster masks, and I was like, dang, that's awesome.
Did you
They
ever go
really
back to that store that had the Misfits Crimson Ghost guys?
no, I haven't gone back to that store for a while. So
Yeah. You were saying
um,
you're going the next day. I just got a notice on the top of my phone that says your bedtime is. My wife put this thing on my phone. Your bedtime is soon, winding down. Because I guess I've got a bedtime at 9 o'clock, like I did when I was in fourth and fifth grade.
time
Uh,
for the wife to give you a heads up and say, hey, come on to bed, honey.
yeah, yeah, Kevin, if you're still watching, I'd like to also get the Toxic Avenger 1 and 2, like Meyer got in my pile. Uh,
And Kevin,
oh,
I'll get you my address so I can get that thing from you. Do you need me to send any money for shipping or anything?
if you go, oh boy, yeah, well, that's right, because you won't. I don't know. If you order like $50 of stuff, he doesn't charge shipping. But if you
Okay.
want a
Well,
prize, I
maybe.
don't know if that would count. But why don't you get a shock monster with it, and then you and $10 more worth of stuff. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. Oh,
I'll
someone's
talk
trying to come
to
in.
Kevin, and
Wait,
I've got his number,
he's
and
here.
I'll.
Wait, he's here. Hold on. Here he is. Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, what's up? My phone died. I had to plug this thing in.
Oh, okay. Well, I felt like we were being assholes because I you were there, and I don't think I said more than 2 words to you. I'm so
No,
sorry.
no, that wasn't it. It was my. I was putting up masks, and then my phone died.
And hey, Chip Creep Napalm, if you are still
Yeah,
watching, I am
he
really
is
eager to see your barn, man. Would you please let us know, man? If we could do it this weekend, if you, I don't know, I know you might have to clean up or something, but boy, do I want to see your
watching. I need
okay.
to. I gotta show him these Batmans real quick.
Oh, okay. This is for Chip Creep.
Yeah,
He,
this is the regular cover.
he's
Nice.
deciding on a cover.
This
Are they
is
all the
the.
same? Are they all the same issue, just different covers?
Yeah, you don't know about the variant thing that's going on.
Oh yeah, I mean I see variants all the time. I was just wondering.
That's a
Some of
pretty
these
good
books
cover
have.
there.
Yeah, this is. This is a good artist. I forget his name. Let me see if I can make that out.
You're upside down.
I can't tell. I can't even read any of that. I'm
Snyder,
like Sherlock Holmes
Dragota,
now.
and Martin.
I'm like Sherlock Holmes trying to read with the magnifying glass now.
Oh, I've been doing that for a while. Welcome to the club.
No, I have
Nice.
to hold it like Sherlock Holmes. I have to hold the magnifying glass right up to my eye and then hold the book far back.
You ever use the camera on your phone and zoom in to read something?
Yeah, if it's
That's a nice
important. Yeah.
cover.
He thought this was number two. This is number one reprint in black and white.
Oh, okay.
You know,
This is Jay.
it's
That's
kind of
Jay Lee.
deceiving. It's kind of deceiving
This
because they
is
make the colors all nice and
Daniel
everything,
Warren
but then the
Johnson.
artwork
So you
inside sucks.
you sold out of the cover that I got, so you can't
Yeah,
show it. I guess.
The Dan Panosian. This is Albuquerque. Yeah, that's his name.
Nice,
Yeah, that's good. Um,
nice.
did you hear me about the Toxic Avenger 1 and 2?
No, I did not. I'll
I'd
get there
like
in a
to.
second. Let me show him the GI Joes real
Oh
quick.
yeah, 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 yeah.
This is the A cover, and it wraps around with the bad guys on the back.
Oh,
Wow.
This was my favorite cover. Nobody see. That's why I hate picking covers. My favorite one. Nobody even bought.
what is it? All bloody? I can't tell what's
Ooh.
going on.
No, it's you can see the reflection in his.
Oh, I thought his face was all turned to pizza because someone hit him.
Oh wow.
I see. I see. That's cool.
Yeah, I gave up trying to pick what people are gonna like because the stuff I like nobody likes.
Is that the one I wanted?
Ooh,
This one you have to order 10 to get one, so it's a
I
ten
like
Oh,
dollar
her.
bill.
what's
She's she's
was
one
there
of my
one?
favorite characters.
She's a good guy in this story.
Oh, she is really. Usually, she's a bad guy.
Is that a robot arm?
No, she just has a gun in her hand.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh, her arm's
cool.
just super skinny. I thought it was.
Yeah, that's nice.
So those are the GI Joe covers. He was interested in GI Joe, and then I was showing him these Batman.
What was
So
the
regular
what was the cover I
Albuquerque,
was liking? Was
Daniel
it that
Warren
one?
Johnson, Jay Lee. You like the Dan Pinocha?
Okay, did that sell out?
You have your Dan Pinocha. Do you want to see it?
No, no, but you don't have any more. See, that's why you're not showing him that one.
No. Oh yeah,
Oh,
you want
okay.
me to show? You want me to show the Toxic Avengers for $1 more? You can get it with the trading card.
Uh, oh boy.
Nice.
What do you suggest, Kevin? Is it worth $1 for that trading card?
Yeah, it
I
is.
haven't read the book yet. Ask Meyer if he read the first one because
Did
he got the
Meyer
first
get
one.
well here? Did Meyer get the trading card?
Yeah, Meyer gets the trading card. He's gotten the first two issues now with the trading
Okay,
card.
then let me have the two issues with the trading card because I
He
want to be
Yeah,
like
I was
him.
going to say
He's
inspired,
the
like an
trading
older
card's worth
brother.
a buck.
he inspired you to get the trading card.
Yeah, he's like an older brother, man. It's like he's cool, man. He kind of he looks out for me, when people are picking on me.
Yeah, look at. I thought it was the same cover. I thought they didn't just cheap out and just give you a card and charge $1 more. They actually wrote it on here.
You know, what's funny is I the local comic book store. I don't know if you remember last year they had that comic series called The Three Jokers,
Yeah, I remember.
and they had trading cards that they were giving away. And my comic book store, I don't know why, but they gave away not just. I mean, they gave away one comic card with every comic you bought. And so
Yeah.
I've got a nice display of three Joker poster with all three comic cards attached to it, or in the frame, and it really looks nice.
I bought that. Now that I think about it, I never read it. I've kind of like heard everyone say it was great. Have you read it?
It
To
was
tell you the
average.
truth,
It was average at best.
I haven't had a chance to read it. I'll be
What
honest with you.
what
I
did you say?
haven't.
What
I
did you
said it
say,
I
was
have
Kevin?
average.
not had
It
a
was average
chance.
at best.
Hold on, Kevin. What was that again?
It was average at best.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah,
did turn to a page with all these naked men that I thought, my God, why did I buy this? It's like you see a bunch of guys' asses. It's like, why am I seeing this in a Batman comic? Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a spectacular cover. I see why I got
Yeah.
that cover, man. God damn, that's great.
Oh my gosh, your mask wall looks great, Kevin.
Yeah, let me give you full screen here. This is the
Oh
first
my
time we've
gosh,
seen
I
it
just
like
put up
Kevin,
a
your
second
mask
wall.
wall looks magnificent. Holy moly!
have you taken a picture of this yet for Instagram?
Not with all these on it. I took one earlier this morning when I brought him in.
Oh man, yeah.
You need
Dark Lord
to.
Dracula is
But
gonna
look, I have
shed
this.
you.
I just put up these today, so I can put more up now.
You need to,
Okay.
Kevin. That looks terrific, especially with that Twilight Zone bunny. That Twilight Zone bunny looks really nasty and gnarly.
Yeah.
Is he part of a costume, or is he just a statue, or what is he?
So this table stands about, I don't know, 3 feet tall.
That's the hat we were seeing when you first came on the air. I haven't been watching the
Oh my
show like
god.
hardly at all tonight because I've been moving furniture and Zork has been basically a guest host. It's like when Johnny Carson has a different host.
This table's like
Ah,
3 feet tall, and then it
and
has
it,
these these metal bracket that comes, two prongs come up out of this thing, right? So and I could lift this off, and it attaches to these two prongs, so it stays secure. And
Wow.
it's like it goes
Wow.
up. This ceiling is, I think, 9 feet or 8 feet, and his ears are almost to the top. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
That's
think.
excuse my French, but that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
I'm on a ladder.
I think that is only owned by bachelors. 'Cause
Oh yeah, no wife would have that in their home.
well, they might actually. I'm. I shouldn't. I'm just. You know what? I just realized today. I've got like almost 9% female audience now. It used to be like 0.1%, which would be like a brain in a jar that's female. And now I've got actual, and I've got younger people watching, a few in their 20s and 30s. It's somehow things. I think it's because I put Donald Trump. So I'm starting to put Donald Trump either in the thumbnail or in the description of every episode. And then whenever I put Donald Trump's name, then YouTube puts a special little notation about the election under my video. So they have to make sure people understand how the election works. So,
Well, let me
Chip
show
Creek
you
says that rabbit is better than the
if,
one in the
if I
movie.
can. If I can, let me show you that
Yeah, I would
So,
say
three
this one's
jokers,
better. The one in the movie.
three
do I
jokers
hear
thing. If
beer
I can.
bottles? I hear beer bottles. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, it's wine bottles.
Gary, you need to stop. That's hilarious. It's not funny, but it is a little funny. It's like Animal House, man.
I think
Yeah, I have wine bottles.
Paulo was inspiring him in the last show.
But check this out. Check this out. I mean, I took the poster that the comic book store gave me, and they gave me these four uh, four playing cards, and I put them all in a frame.
I think I got one or two of those myself. Now that I
Yeah,
think
You know
about
what
it,
I did with mine? I took them and I put them in my sticker machine, and people
yeah.
paid 50 cents a piece for them. Yeah.
I put them in the
Wow.
spokes of my bicycle, so I can sound like a motorcycle.
Spokes of your bicycle. That's bad. But yeah, I mean, this is my Joker. Whatever. And I was privileged to have. I mean, they only came with three cards, but then I had to show the back of one of them.
Uh,
So as you can see, the back. So I thought it was a pretty cool way to display those.
that was the big hit of the COVID era, wasn't it?
It,
Wasn't that around the time that
it
we were
was.
going? It was like right after comic stores opened, after they had to be closed because they
Yeah,
were non-essential businesses. I
yeah.
remember that.
Non-essential businesses.
And I
I
was
love
like,
it.
people actually got me excited about that Three Jokers. I thought, well, it looks pretty good, you know. But then I see all these naked people in it, and I thought, oh well,
Well,
it's
I
probably
kind of look
okay.
at it as I kind of look at it as okay. It's not a it's not a comic for children. It's more of a comic for adults,
Yeah, but
and
it's
it
Batman,
just
so why don't they make their own? I still keep saying, it's still Batman, but then here I am excited about reading Absolute Batman, where he's chopping off people's hands. So that's a little
yeah.
hypocritical of me, I guess.
Well, no, it's not. It's not hypocritical. I mean, you remember when Batman a long time ago used to kill people? He
Oh well,
when they first
yeah.
started Batman, he
Not
used to
he
kill
wasn't
people.
chopping people up. Well, yeah. I mean, he was like the Shadow for a few issues, not very long, but yeah, he
Yeah,
had a gun. Yeah, right. Superman was throwing people off cliffs too back
yeah.
then
I mean,
because the
the
era of the
the
pulps, the heroes were lethal
yeah, they
because
were they were vengeance. They were vicious people. I
right.
mean, I remember I was surprised one time I was reading. I think I was reading the first few issues of Detective Comics, and I was going, "Wait a minute! Batman's killing people. What the
Yeah, but it
hell?
only lasted a few issues. So all these people that think Batman's going back to his roots, no, it did not
Yeah,
last long. By the
yeah,
time by the time Robin came in, it was a
yeah.
whole different thing.
But I mean, when he first started out, he was killing people. He wasn't messing around. He was, throwing them off, whatever.
Yeah,
And Superman too. I mean, Superman was throwing people off cliffs and shit like that. And we saw some violence in the comics when it was pre-code.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I think all that extreme violence disappeared by 1940. Honestly,
Yeah,
after
yeah,
that,
I
they were
did
pretty
because
much the guys that we know now. Although, well,
it
no, because they've changed them after in the last several decades. But
it had to change.
but yeah, um, damn, I wonder. Yeah, I'll get the rest of these comics up to the attic. I'll start working on that tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, maybe I won't actually. Um,
maybe maybe if the
well, I
wife
can't.
says,
Well, the
"Nah,
thing
don't
is,
worry about it."
the entrance to the elevator is right next to where she's talking. She's got a job on the phone, and it's
Oh,
right. I can't really do it. What I'll get it done at some point in the next few days.
that's hard. Well, at least maybe you can load the elevator.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I'd have to do it before she wakes up real quietly. Actually, I can because she's not going to be sleeping right next to where the boxes are. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
load it all up. I could get things done with the door closed to the bedroom and
yeah,
not bother her on Saturday morning. Uh, yeah, Saturday morning I'll work on it. Yeah.
yeah. You can at least load the elevator, and then you'll have at least half the work done.
Yeah. Well, Chip Creek Napalm, do you think we could maybe in the next month or two see inside your arcade? I'm really eager to see it, man. I don't know if he's still watching.
If he's still
Uh,
watching, I got his comics pulled that he wanted.
okay. So what was he watching the stream from the other day and saw stuff he wanted?
No, he's watching tonight, and then he sent me a message on Instagram that covers
Oh,
him.
you were showing books while I was not watching my own show. Okay. While Zork was talking, you were showing books. Is that what was going on?
Yeah, like 1 hour and 20 minutes into the show.
Oh, okay. And then he had no way to talk to you except through text that Zork would read. Okay, because Zork had pretty much taken over at that point because I was moving and cursing and moving beds, and that wasn't fun. All right, well, that's good. So shit. What time is it in Arizona?
Who knows? 7:30.
Man, you've been closed for an hour and a half. Your dogs are gonna. They're
Well,
hungry,
they're
man.
well fed. They're fed.
Okay, they're still liking the Burt Ward food.
Yeah, they're eating faster than I anticipated. So I have a 4 week membership where that automatically ships every 4 weeks.
Yeah, we're still trying to train Drew to like the food. I'm gonna put bits on it because she's so spoiled, man. And that's my
No,
fault. I'm frequently reminded that's my fault.
what I'm
Chip.
worried about is if they run out before the 4 weeks, and then I have to go back to the old food.
Do they
Oh,
have
okay.
Do they have Burt Ward cat food?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I think they
Oh,
do,
okay.
but he's
I
more of a
I
dog
I
guy.
have I have two cats, and I might look into that.
Here, let's show Chip the shock monsters. He can pick out which one he wants.
Oh,
Oh my god!
hey, are they all the same or some better?
I can't tell, but look at
They all
I
look the
noticed
same to
this today.
me.
Remember, I told you there was only one eye hole.
Yeah,
That's probably against the law, to make a mask that only has one eye hole. Probably
yeah, I
some kind
think.
of regulation. So there's a slit right here. You can barely see it.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah. Have you already picked one for me?
No, you guys can pick. The only one I sent out so far was Meyer got one today.
Which one do you think think I should get, Kevin? I can't tell any difference through this little
You can't tell a
postage
difference.
stamps.
I put a hairnet before I send them out. Try to pat down the hair, and then you can style it when you get it.
They look good. All
Man,
three of
that
them
looks
look
like
good.
that looks pretty close to the ad. Yeah,
I think I want that one. That
that's
looks
a good
pretty
one.
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
put that in my pile.
Okay,
all
it's
three
in
of
your
them look
cabinet.
good.
That one's going in your cabinet.
Kevin, I'll take one too, and I'll send you the $40, and I think I've got a pile too.
You have no pile, but you have a winning.
Yeah, I thought I had a pile, but okay. If you'll put one aside for me, I'll send you $40 and send that out, and then hopefully
I
we can get
think
that prize out to you
you might
too.
have pulled some stuff like last. I remember it was snowing here when you pulled, so it might have been like last January. You pulled. He might have put it back
It
at
might have
some
been a
point.
year ago. Yeah,
I think I pulled some. I think I asked for some wacky packages or something like that. I don't remember.
You have wacky packages.
Yeah.
I haven't
Well,
had wacky packages in maybe a decade.
Oh my.
but
So
oh
we'll
Okay.
my,
have
Well, I'll
ship
tell you what.
money
I'll send you $40, and
You want a
I'll
stock
send you
monster?
some shipping money to
You don't
take
have to
care of
pay
the
shipping
shipping
because you're already getting a package for free from me. So I'll just throw it in there.
Okay.
Just send me 40. When you send me your address, I'll send you my PayPal.
Okay.
did
That
Or,
sounds good.
Myers
or on
asking
Instagram.
about the absolute Batman? Did he not get that?
I think he got one today. I think he bought one today.
Oh, okay.
Number 2.
He's
He already
forgot that.
forgot what he got.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
My
Well,
Yeah,
gosh.
Kevin,
I read the second issue of Batman last night. It wasn't as good as the first, but it was still good. Just felt short. Not that much happened in it, but there was some cool things that happened, but not as many cool things as the first one.
I saw you on Facebook. Raymond Castile, I guess, reposted your pictures of unboxing, and then someone said, "I looked at Gotham's website and there was no mask listed," and then you had to explain, "No, I don't."
I don't
Hopefully,
list
it's
everything on their website. Yeah, and then
right.
he said that he didn't have the money anyways.
Yeah, he seemed to be okay with it. At first, I thought, boy, he posted a screenshot.
Remember the other day I told you people just want to be able to click a button and be done. They don't want
Yeah,
to
they don't
call
like
me.
that.
Nobody wants to call me.
The younger generation. That's right. They like to text. They don't like to talk on the phone. And
No, they want to push one button, have it shipped to their house. Not even they don't want anything to do with me.
these are the people that we've got to, train because they're going to all buy into this, own nothing, and be happy, and
Mhm.
just live with virtual reality goggles
Right
on,
now,
like in
I'm
the
fighting to
Matrix.
get physical catalogs for these masks. Right now, because I'm telling these guys I could sell 10 times the amount of masks I sell if I have a catalog. Because I'm not going to stock every mask, but if I have a book that I can keep on the counter, and then people can
Okay.
order them and come and pick them up next week, they'll be happy to do that.
Are they listening to that and doing it?
I don't know why. I
Businesses.
don't know why they're not. The guy says, "Well, I'm not in charge of that," and I said, "Well, just pass it along to somebody that is."
Yeah, because there's probably three, not more than four people working in the company. So
wow.
I would be surprised. And it's probably in someone's garage.
Because I
The
mean, if
person
I
in
had a
charge of that
catalog,
is 3 feet over here on the other side of me. I can't
Kevin,
imagine he's.
I have a question for Kevin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Kevin, I'm looking for a Kiss comic that has all four of them on the cover like zombies. Do you happen to have that one?
Let me go look.
It's I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it's got all four members of Kiss, and they're looking like the living dead.
But you mean like they do now? I'm just kidding. No, they
I have
actually look
zero.
okay with the makeup on. They kind of.
I have zero Kiss comics.
Okay. All right. Well, no, that's okay. I just was kind of wondering because I've been
I used
looking for
to.
that
I used
one.
to. I used to
Haven't
have a
been able to
ton.
find it.
I used to have a ton of Kiss comics. I had so many that I was like giving them away.
Really? Dang. Okay, well, I'll just keep looking. And the one that I'm looking for is like got them. It looks like them in their original comic book, the Marvel comic book that they did back in the '70s, but they're all zombies instead of Kiss people. So it's
I have
kind
one in
of
my personal
cool.
collection that looks like an EC cover, but it's a Kiss comic.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
seen that one?
No, I haven't.
I have that one. I had to buy it online because it was a one that you had to order like 25 to get one.
Huh? I've never seen that one. Well, if you happen to run across it and you can shoot me a picture of it sometime, I would like to see it, and then maybe I can get it in my package.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not going to happen anytime soon. So
I didn't expect it to. I know that you're busy. I know that you're a busy guy.
no, I'm saying that for me finding that Kiss comic, I doubt would happen in probably
Yeah.
this lifetime. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
buys Kiss comics.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be. I didn't mean to be. What's the word? Expecting you to do. Get up and do this, boy.
Oh, I want to ship your package right now. I got your
Yeah.
item. I got your
Yeah.
stuff ready to here. I need to get it out of here. Here, I'll do it right now
But
if you want.
I'm just saying that I don't want you to have to. I'm not coming across as. I'm not
Oh
trying
no,
to come across as expecting you to just jump when I say jump.
oh
You
no,
know,
I
you
like
gotta go
shipping
to
stuff out.
Mile High should have every comic ever printed. It's like down the street from you, but of course they'll
Oh, I'm
charge you
sure.
$5 million for it.
Yeah. Here's your
Yeah, I'm
prize.
sure they do.
Here's your prize. Here's your mask. Just send me 40 and out it goes. It's ready to go
Okay,
tomorrow.
I'll send you 40.
That's a great
Boxes are.
combination of things there.
Yeah,
That
that's a
sounds
good
good.
package right there. I'd be
That
happy as
sounds
it.
good, buddy. All right, I'll send it tomorrow.
I
Cool.
got boxes right here ready to go.
Nice. Okay.
Hey, how have you done with the
I'm faster than Amazon. I'll have it all ready before you even
Um,
pay for it.
yeah? How have you done with the Universal Monster Christmas things? Have you sold out many?
Let me see how far I'm down. I don't think I'm that far down.
wow.
Let's see. No, I didn't sell. What I opened, I opened one myself. I sold one and I opened one.
Kevin, I would love to visit your store in person. I wish I could. Your store looks so fucking amazing.
Have you seen a Frankenstein one out of those boxes yet?
Yeah, I've seen Frankenstein and I've seen Creature, and Frankenstein's the best.
And oh yeah, you told me, what color is he again?
He's mostly green, I think.
Oh shoot,
Wow.
man! How do you ensure that you're going to get a Frankenstein? Shit.
Let me
Yeah.
see.
Damn.
Yeah, he's got green jacket and red pants, green hair, white
Okay.
skin. Mummy, he's mostly red. Like like where he's bloody, he's like white, and where he's white, he's red.
Weird.
Wow.
I think Invisible Man would look cool too.
Yeah.
Can I
Yeah.
see? Can I see the front of the package so I can see what the figure looks like?
No, you can't see
Oh,
the
it
figure.
doesn't
That's the
Yeah.
show.
biggest.
No, it's a
It doesn't
surprise.
show
They're
the
surprise
figure.
boxes.
The box is better than the figure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh,
See, when he gets down to having one left, I was gonna get one, and then he's gonna give me the box with it that they come in. So that's why I was asking, have you sold a lot of them
yeah.
yet? Because look at that box.
That
So
box is cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the box is cooler than the. There's some older ladies your guys' age. They came in today and bought some Mad magazines.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, Kevin. If I was near your store, I'd probably spend about $1,000 in there if I could.
Yeah,
Holy moly!
I'd be happy. I'll send you a plane ticket right now.
If I could, I would. Damn, you got a ton of good shit.
I can get you a plane ticket right now.
You really have got some good stuff, Kevin.
I
I'm
have a
just
customer that's a pilot. He'll fly you directly here.
well, I'd have to get the $1,000, and that's going to be a little hard right now. But I would, if I was there, it would be hard for me not spend at least $1,000 in your store. That's an amazing store.
What's the climate now with the customers? Are they talking about Trump and everything, or not mentioning it, or
No, it's just I think people just want to just talk about fun stuff.
Trump's
Yeah,
fun? Yeah,
He's
but
fun,
I
but
think
I think people
I think people
people
are
have had
tired
enough
of the
politics
election.
for a while. I think.
Yeah, I think people are tired of the election stuff, and they're just like, okay, good. Trump's the new president. Whatever.
oh, I'm not tired of it. I can't stop
No,
talking about
I'm not either. I'm excited about Trump being president, but
it. I've never seen the
my
cars that you have. These cool cars, man.
I ordered
uh,
a Corgi Batmobile today. I ordered one that's coming out.
How much is? How
yeah.
many did you get of that?
I only bought one because it was like $60.
Hey,
Holy moly!
what's the deal on that model kit of the Batmobile? Were you going to keep that, or
I paid $10 for it. I might be able to sell it. Let me go look at it. I haven't fixed it yet.
yeah? That's that. If you sell it, I definitely am eager to get that because I add it to my Batmobile little lineup.
Yeah, I gotta glue those two little parts on still. There's two parts
That's
that were.
nice. That's really nice.
It's nicer than I can build them.
Yeah, Myers says faster than Amazon with a friend on the other end. Well, Gary used to work for Amazon, but you couldn't guarantee that Gary would pack your package if you ordered from Amazon.
And it wouldn't be guaranteed that it would go where it was supposed to go because I don't have any control over that.
Yeah. Well, you know that the stuff will be better packed, not no offense, than Amazon because Amazon would just throw a little tiny little air pillow in with a heavy book.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how much they say just pack as little as you can, Just pack just pack it as little as you can. And I'm like, okay, whatever.
This is my shipping department right here.
Yeah.
The
Um,
last one's gonna be going out.
Okay, so you've sold all of them now?
Yeah.
So you
cool.
had who was so Gary got one and who got the other one?
I think Chip's getting one.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Cool.
Well, we so
Cool.
none of them were sold to your
We'll
walk-in customers. They were all sold to
we'll all support each other.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad. Thank you, Kevin.
Uh huh. Yeah.
You're a good
Send me a
man,
message on
and I
Instagram.
appreciate
I'll
you
give you.
showing me so much.
Yeah, just send me a message on Instagram. I'll send you my PayPal address.
What was that? Are those EC Comics back over there towards the left of you?
Yeah, there's a whole section of EC Creep Show and 1950s horror reprints.
Oh my gosh!
I sold two of these. There was a guy that came in. He bought some Fantastic Fears.
Oh my gosh!
I think he bought this one, and he bought another one that I'm now out of.
You've got some collections. Oh my gosh! I've got to come right down to Arizona just to see your stuff.
Well, you can see it here on the show. Just shop virtually.
Yeah,
You know,
you got some good stuff there, buddy.
you have the creepy and
Wow.
gooey ornaments already, don't you, Gary?
I do have the creepy ornaments. The yeah, I do have those ornaments. I don't have the Bela Lugosi one, and I don't have the Uncle Creepy and Cousin Eerie one. I've got to get those.
Oh, that's what I was asking. If you have the creepy and eerie, yeah.
No, I've got to get those. But I've got the uh, Tales from the Crypt ones.
Right.
I've got those, but need to get those other ones.
Oh my gosh, man.
Did you get um did you get the Betty Page ones?
No. When is she like riding a rocket or something? Missile?
She's riding a broom.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't into it. I didn't like it.
She's riding a broom, and she's got one for Halloween and one for Christmas.
What was that mask below the Misfits one?
It's like a rockabilly guy.
Oh, okay.
Want to see him? It's a cheap mask.
Yeah.
Uh,
Ha, ha, ha.
it's
He
pretty good
looks
though.
he looks kind of like Cousin Eerie a little bit.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
bad.
Is that Trick or Treat Studios?
Yeah, that's Trick or Treat. That's Trick or
They
Treat Misfits.
they do a pretty good job. I've been very impressed with them.
Yeah, there's sold out of these now.
That's the
Yeah,
same
I'm
one
not.
I have. I'm surprised you wouldn't get that one for your pre-lady Gratu.
I already have
Yeah, it's
one
one.
on. I already put one on hold. I'm gonna get it next Thursday.
There's one in his cabinet.
Yeah. My cabinet used to be a pile. Then it was a box. Now it's a cabinet.
Wow. Those are some great masks, Kevin. Those are awesome. Are those not in display on your store, or are they in the back room?
These are ones I'm not selling. I have masks that I do sell in the store.
You should at least display those, man.
I
Those
did.
are
I did. I
awesome.
did. I had them in the. These all came from in the store.
Yeah.
But when you
Nobody
put
cared.
something on display and then you say it's not for sale, people just kind of get mad. At least
No, I'm,
that's
I'm making a museum back here,
Yeah.
a little walkthrough museum.
And then they kind of fuck them up a little bit. It's just like, well, it's not for sale. I'm gonna just tear it.
oh,
Oh
that's
hell
behind,
no!
he had it behind the
Oh,
counter, I think.
nobody's tearing that in here. No.
Not leaving alive.
Yeah. That looks great. I
No,
mean,
I don't
just
let people
just to
treat me
have
like
that in your
Walmart in here.
store would be. I mean, just to have that in your store would be incredible. Just to be able to say, okay, we have these masks, but these are the ones that were really for sale.
See, I have my own whiskey too.
Oh, that's great. That's really good. Yeah,
Do
when
you
are you
have
taking out the
um,
store for Christmas?
Kevin? Do you
I need
have
to
a
find
whole
a
bunch
giant
of
Santa hat for
like?
this guy.
Do you have like a whole bunch of like mannequins or something like that in your store?
A mannequin. The only man. There's life size figures, but the only mannequin I have is this guy over here, like an actual mannequin that I bought. Doesn't have shoes. See?
Yeah.
He's a hippie.
But you have life-size figures.
Yeah, they're all foam filled on metal armatures. They're not mannequins.
Dang,
He's a
that is
life size.
freaking cool. Like that Joker one. Is that? I mean, that's life size, right?
Yeah, he's standing on one foot. Can you see that?
Yeah, yeah.
It's dark back there, but
But he's life size. I mean, he's like 5'2" or 5'11" or whatever.
he was standing straight up, he'd be over 6 feet, but he's crouched down.
Wow,
I'm a little bit taller than him right now. But he
that
has
is
real
incredible.
I
that's
wish
real
I,
And,
hair.
and
I
he's
keep,
got real
That's real
hair, and
human
he's
hair.
got wow. Do you? I mean, do you sell those, or are they
No.
just for display?
There's only I think there's only two of these or three of these in the world that I know of.
Wow, that's incredible. Well, Kevin, I would have a heyday in your store. I would. My girlfriend would be like, "Oh, Gary, let's get out of here," and I'd be like, "Nope, nope, we're not leaving."
oh, she's not into that stuff?
Oh,
What
not
does she think of your
necessarily.
collection?
She, uh, she's okay with it, but she's not into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
This
she and
guy,
I are not. You know, we're not going to get married. We're not going to have. You know, we're not going to be married. We're not going to be in a relationship together as far as living in the same house and shit like that. So she's okay with it, but
Well, they just assume that that won't happen, or just
oh, she and I both have discussed that.
oh, okay.
She and I both have discussed, not being married and not being in a same house relationship. So I've got my house and she's got hers, and I got my things and she's got her things, and so
Oh, I
it's
finally
okay.
found my Christmas ornaments, man. I've been looking for them for several shows, and then I
I don't
realized I'd
mean
set
to.
them right
I don't
here.
mean to. I don't mean to make it sound crass, but we're
No.
like friends with benefits.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were laughing about my ornaments.
Oh
not
no, I'm
not
sorry.
that. No, no, it's no. I thought you were you were laughing about that. Okay. Well, all right. Um.
Well, she and I are. I mean, we've come to the conclusion that everything's okay. We can see each other once or twice a week, and everything's good. I spend the night and leave the next day and go back home. So it's not like a wife or husband thing.
Yeah. So I have this. I didn't have hooks for these Christmas ornaments, so I'm using these paper clips and bending them into Christmas tree hooks. Because so this is
You
yeah, it was
know, when I was a kid, we used to do that a lot
yeah.
because
I thought I thought of it.
sometimes we didn't have Christmas ornament hooks, and so we was like, okay, get out the box of paper clips.
I didn't know any other people thought of this genius idea. When
Yeah.
are you going to decorate your store soon, Kevin?
I've already started. Can you hear me? I've already started.
Oh, you've already started. Yes, I do hear you now.
Yeah, two of my guys have Santa. No, three of my guys have Santa hats on.
Oh yeah, I've got to buy some Santa Claus hats for sure.
I I found some Christmas trees at the discount store. The discount store is called Five Below.
They have
You
that out
know,
here.
I
I've
don't
never been
know if
inside
I
there.
don't know if you've heard of that. Five Below. but
Yeah,
they have the
That's what.
silver Christmas trees.
Do they?
Yeah, and I bought two of them just in case maybe one's not big enough, and I could put the second one next to it, and you know kind of fluff it up a little bit.
my second wall's already taking shape. Look at this.
Fantastic. Oh, look at that, man.
Oh God, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can get these off the floor now.
That is absolutely crazy.
Let me see. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I only have 4 stands though. I
Do
don't need
those
3.
do those paper towel hangers work really well
Yeah,
for
that's the cheapest way. That's the
what do you
cheapest
do?
way.
You just take it and bend it and then
No, we
put
don't
it in the
bend it.
wall?
Oh no, for the wall, I use these. These would be for a bookshelf. These are for the wall. These you buy at a store fixture place.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
can
these
you
you
use
buy at a
the paper
store.
towel?
This is a
The paper
slat
towel
wall.
things, can you use those pretty good?
Yeah, those are for. See, this goes in here, and that's you have slat wall.
Yeah.
But if you're at home displaying a mask on a bookshelf, you use one of these.
How does that work? I mean,
You just put the mask on it. It's easy. Look, put some paper or keep the bag inside of it and just put it on there.
yeah,
Done. You stuff it out, stuff the mask out to make it look nice.
yeah. And then you put it on the wall, or what do you do?
No, that's for a bookshelf because that just has a stand.
Oh, oh, I see. Okay.
You can even better, you can just next time you get orange juice, just save the bottle, put some liquid in it, and you can put this mask right on top. That
Wow,
costs you. This will cost you nothing.
Well, that's a good idea.
that's
Uh,
crazy. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I didn't invent it.
is that Trump mask for sale?
Oh yeah, it's their biggest selling mask.
What is what is it? What does it cost?
Oh my
These
gosh.
are these same price as a shock monster.
Oh, is it?
Could you imagine a Trump mask with maybe blood all over them, all over the eyes and the
They
mouth,
sell
and
for $10 more. I can put a bandage with the blood on it.
Wow,
yeah,
that is a good mask, I have to say.
oh, that's a great mask.
Um,
All you
See,
need is a navy blue suit with a red tie, and you're good.
well, he switched to a black suit there right before the election.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah. When he started
Okay.
playing the Undertaker music when he was coming out, he had a black suit like it was ready a
Well,
funeral
I
for the
know for the
deep state.
longest time he had a blue suit, and I was like, okay, I don't have a blue suit. I got black.
look, if you have a styrofoam head, wrap it in a bag first, and then you can stick it on these paper towel
Wow.
racks.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Always wrap the foam in plastic because the foam
That's
will
cool.
dry out the mask.
That's
You don't ever wrap
cool.
it styrofoam.
Oh, man. What are people saying? I didn't even look to see if people are commenting. Oh,
Let me know if it's something I should know.
Liberty 8 says, "Hey, all, glorious mask gallery. I'm making soup at my mom's. Good times. My wife says, sorry to bother you, Gruts, but tomorrow is the recycling day and the bin is overflowing up here. Can you please get it out when you're done? What kind of soup? And then he says, Library 88. I'm sorry. He says, Greta Orloff, it's a cabbage and veggie and turkey concoction with tomatoes and tomato sauce and diced tomatoes too. First time making this hearty creation. She says,
Uh,
sounds great. I haven't eaten. I'm going to pick out a factor meal, which are really yummy. They are good. Factor.
I took the wrong
oh,
garbage out last night. You guys let me take the wrong one.
Oh, I didn't know
well,
what you took out recycling, didn't you?
I took out
sure that's
recycling. It
fine.
was regular garbage, so they threw my garbage away. They threw my recycling in the garbage.
Oh, I think they do. That's what they all do. I don't know if they ever really put it in a set. I don't know what they do.
That one Greta girl should be crying over that. Whatever.
Oh, Greta Thunberg. Not not my wife Greta. That's a different Greta. Um, yeah. Let me go get the recycling now. Actually, because
This guy's cool. Look at this guy.
oh yeah.
Wow. He looks like someone from oh shit, what was that movie with what's her name?
I thought he
Um,
was from some movie, but I couldn't put my finger on it.
yeah. I was gonna say Tim the Toolman Taylor and the girl from Alien.
Yeah.
There's also the orange alien, and you have another little black
Oh,
waistcoat.
really? He had an
Oh
alien
shit.
movie? I've never seen that movie.
I can't remember her name for some odd reason.
Okay.
That's weird. Um, uh, I can't remember her name. Tim Allen and Sydney. Oh shit!
What's the movie
What's her
called?
name? Galaxy Quest.
Ah,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that, but I don't.
she
Can't
was from
remember what the movie.
Aliens. She was from Aliens. Sydney. Oh shit! I can't remember. Sydney. Sydney. Something. But Galaxy Quest was the name of the movie.
You
I'll
talking
look
about
that up.
Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah, Sigourney Weaver. That was it. Sigourney Weaver and Tim Allen, and they were kind of doing a Star Trek parody.
Yeah, Star Trek.
And that looked like the alien from that. Isn't that terrible that I don't know that? Here I
No,
am.
I couldn't
Here I
remember the
am.
name of Lady Gaga the other day. Not that it
I'm
really matters.
yeah.
I was coming up with all kinds of imaginative names to describe that moron.
I'm prepping myself as an expert on sci-fi and horror.
No, everybody has brain farts, man. It's not like
Yeah,
she's made any movies in the last 30 years. I can't think of
yeah.
anything since Ghostbusters.
Sigourney Weaver.
She was good, though.
And they made her sexy in that movie. They gave her some tits and some ass, and I mean they made her sexy in that movie.
That was a '90s movie, Galaxy Quest.
Yeah,
I'll have to look that up and see if this alien's the same.
yeah. I mean, she's got to be what 70 something years old.
Here, look at the alien again and tell me if you think he really is from Galaxy Quest.
He looks like he would be from Galaxy. He looks like it. I don't know.
I don't remember the movie. I remember the title of the movie, and I remember him being in it, but I don't remember what the movie
Um,
was about. I knew it
He
was
might be.
sci-fi, but I
He
don't. I
might be
don't know
from. I
what
don't know.
the I'll
Probably
look it up
not.
when I'm off the stream to see if that's him. Because
Probably
I
not.
couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out where he was from.
Galaxy. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Well, he's probably from somewhere else then.
Oh, he's not from Galaxy Quest.
Who knows? I don't know. All I know is Sigourney Weaver looked pretty damn good in that movie.
Still talking about Sigourney Weaver, man. I went out to take the trash out. You guys are still, um, man. What is the picture
We're
of some
talking about
sailing
Sigourney
across the sea?
Weaver because we wanna see her nude, whatever, you know.
I only have two. I only
Oh
have
my
two
gosh!
Trumps left.
You have two Trump masks left.
That's all I have left. They're selling fast because after the election, I mean, they really started selling.
Can you get more if you sell out?
I haven't tried yet, but I'll try.
How much how much is the rabbit?
Rabbit is it's not for sale, and I don't know how much it was. I
Oh,
bought it.
okay.
I bought it probably a decade ago.
Oh, okay. I was just kind of wondering.
Library 8 says it's going to be good soup. I need to get factors someday. P.S. That gray alien mask looks familiar, but maybe I'm imagining things. Chip Creep says Sigourney. Greta says I can send you a free box. All I need is your email address to send you the free box. So yeah, I guess that they if you I guess that you can contact them and recommend people and they get free boxes. I think she did that to some of her friends. Yeah, it's just basically like a drug dealer gives you your first one's free, that kind of thing. So that's how that company works, I guess.
It's not a Ponzi scheme, is it?
I No, it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's just the boxes show up like every Tuesday and they're filled with these different dinners and breakfasts that she picks out and they're really good and
I used to order one of those during the pandemic, but sometimes you would arrive late and the dry ice was melted, so I'd have to throw it away.
oh yeah. Yeah, mail was really bad during that time.
Hey, these work great as hand stands too,
Wow.
Okay.
so you can display if you have rubber hands. Do you have any rubber hands, Gratu, like a creature, anybody, aliens, or anybody?
No, no, I don't.
Because I
As
want the
far
metal
as
ray mutant hands. They made hands for this guy.
yeah. Oh man. Hey, Chip Creek Napalm. You could send your. No, it's not. Who is it? Library 88. You could send your. If you want to send your address to my Instagram, then I'll get it to my wife. Obviously, you're on Instagram. This man. So, shit. What
I
time
got
is it?
almost all my masks up.
Yeah, I
That's
can't wait to see the full display. I gotta probably.
something that's never been done here before. Never had them all up off the on the wall.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. What was on that wall originally? What was it? A lawyer's office before you had it?
Yeah, but I don't know what was on this wall. This wall was like a break room. This was like a kitchen.
Oh,
All right, I have One more mask, and I have 2 more hands.
Okay. I'm wondering. I don't think tomorrow's recycling day. I think it's the third Thursday. Tomorrow's not the third Thursday of the month, is it?
Yeah, you guys threw me off last night. I was putting my recyclables out.
How is it our fault? We don't know your system there. Uh,
I thought it
yeah,
was.
man.
Maybe I thought it was Friday. I think I thought it
Oh,
was Friday.
because I normally do shows on Friday. Yeah. What? I don't even know why I was doing. Oh, I was doing it on Tuesday because I wanted to see the masks because they were. That's the only reason the show was going on last night. Uh, yeah, I could see how that would throw you off if you're not used to doing the show on a particular day. He says, "Oh yeah, I can send it via Instagram. Thanks." Oh wow, man, you've done all that. Yeah, that wall was blank a few minutes ago. What is the skeleton? Looks like a beetle there. That's pretty good. To next to him, to the left. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
Nice display, Kevin.
Thank you. It's been a long time in the making.
Yeah, really.
You've done a
Well,
good job.
you're gonna have pictures of those on Instagram, I imagine, by the morning.
No, I need to dial it. I think I need to dial it in a little bit better.
Okay.
Well, you'll uh, you'll probably make a video and make it look good. I mean, it's got
It has potential.
it's got things that are holding it up and stuff like that, and you'll make it look good.
What you need is some Christmas garland and make it into a Christmas display. My
That
roommate says he
and
was at
Christmas
a
lights
comic
and
show the
Christmas
other
trees.
day and left with a dang hulking stack of comics. A few cheap
Oh,
low grade Golden Age and a stack of Bronze Age horror. Glorious cheap bins, heavenly. Oh yeah, you were talking about going to that show, as I recall.
Look at all these. Look at all these hands.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hands going on.
those paper towel holders work great for those hands.
Well, he looks like he's a rock star, and he's got all these hands coming up, clamoring for his
Oh,
autograph.
it looks great. Are
I
you
need to get.
are you
I
selling
need
those
more
hands, or
dummies.
are you keeping those for your own?
These hands. I need more dummies in here.
I was Charlie McCarthy and Lester.
I used to have a Charlie. I bought him at Disneyland in the '90s.
Mm. I never had Charlie. A kid that I knew in summer camp had one, and he brought it with him everywhere. It was like his. It was his. I don't know. It was like his.
It's security blanket. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like his security blanket, and everyone knew that everyone.
So I had one, and I used it to keep my sister out of my room. She wouldn't enter my room if that dummy was in there. And then
Oh,
his
Drew.
body got so worn out and just
No, Drew.
destroyed that
No.
I ended up cutting his head off and just keeping the head.
That's pretty smart, actually, just to have him in your room, just to keep your sister out.
Yeah, he was the best defense against my sister to keep her out. Yeah.
No, Drew.
Yeah, it's a great idea. My sister thankfully didn't go into my room. She didn't. She didn't venture forth. So
Oh man, mischievous here. Well, I think I need to run here pretty soon to go hang out with the wife before I have to conk out.
Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
but I'll be
I think
I'll be
I'm
doing some
thinking about the
streams
same
as I
thing.
rearrange the house soon.
I'm thinking about the same thing, Ratu. I've gotta leave.
All right. Well, I guess we'll head on out, and I'll see everybody real soon. I think I've got a stream. I'm doing a stream tomorrow night because my wife's working. So she says I
Okay.
need that bin back. Yes, I'm bringing it back. So everybody, will be seeing you real soon. Take care, and
Okay.
tune
See you
in
soon,
more.
buddy.
More boxes being moved. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.